Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. Texarkana Gameday. Chuck, Zach, Billy Lavender, Zach Doty coming at you live from Atlanta High School, where it's the Texas High Tigers and the Mount Pleasant Tigers in a winner-take-all play-in game. You want to make the postseason, you got to win tonight. Both these teams coming in with a 10-6 record in district play in 10-5A. And Billy Lavender, they've split during the year. It's one for all the money tonight. Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, we talk all the time about controlling your own destiny. Well, this is the game where you control your own destiny, and you better be ready tonight, because this is what our buddy Tony calls a crying game.
Yep.
Because someone's crying at the end of this game no matter what, and although I don't like it, it's what makes sports really, really fun to watch.
Well, if you're a coach, you're really tense today.
Man.
Every move you're going to make, every button you're going to push is going to be scrutinized. Mm-hmm. You're going to bunt, you're not. You're going to pitch out, you're not. Everybody's going to be looking at every one of those tonight. Is that the thing that got you in the playoffs, or that made you go home early?
That's right. Some people can deal with the pressure and some can't. We'll get to see tonight just how it is. But both of these are well-coached teams. Both of them have plenty of studs on it, really good competitors. So we're going to see, and we got a four-man crew tonight, so we're going to see a lot of good baseball, I have a feeling.
A couple of weeks ago, we didn't think this was going to happen. Tigers of Texas High were coming into the second rotation looking like they were going to be maybe the 3, if not the 4 seed. And the last 8 games, they went 5-3, and one of those 3 losses was a loss to this Mount Pleasant team, and that's what kind of changed the momentum. The Mount Pleasant Tigers went 6-2 those last 8 games, and that's why we're sitting here.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant's hot, and the Tigers hadn't been hot, but all you got to get hot now is for one game to get in, and everybody will forget about the rest.
All right, well, they're about to cue up the national anthem. We'll get ready to give you starting lineups when we finish that part of the presentation, and we'll get you ready to get going on the first of the, or the only of the play-in games going on in the area tonight.
We'll have our national anthem.
Tell you what, I'm almost not ready to come back. Usually our at Texas High, the national anthem's about 9.5 minutes long. So,
yeah. I didn't know there were more verses maybe than I'm aware of.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's give you a starting lineup tonight. We'll start with the Mount Pleasant Tigers. They will be the road team today. Dax Price is going to lead things off for them. He is their left fielder. He'll be followed in the order by Colby Porter, the center fielder. Shortstop B.J. Brannon's hitting third. Drew Cross, the catcher, batting fourth. It'll be right fielder Bennett Wall. What's a great outfield name? Bennett Wall hitting fifth. Nate Capato, the third baseman, is going to hit in the sixth spot. Diego Lozano's the DH. Chris Johnson at second base will hit eighth, and first baseman Jaden Tarrant is going to be the first baseman tonight for Mount Pleasant. It's going to be easy to say for the Tigers because we got Tigers all over the place tonight, so we can't be wrong as long as we say Tigers.
There you go.
Defensively for the Texas High Tigers, Bryce DePriest is at first, Jacob High at second, Jacob Yowell is at short tonight, Knox Pilgreen at third, Austin Treadway is in left, Cam Reitner's in center, Deion Carson's in right, Rafe Ross is behind the plate, and Zane Givens is getting the start tonight for Texas High, and that doesn't happen very often.
No, but I'll tell you what, the last 4 to 5 games when he's either come in or started, he's thrown really, really well through a complete. Well, I say a complete game. It ended up not being a complete game, but I think he threw about 8 innings against White House a couple of weeks ago, and threw really, really well. His ball moves really good, and two, when Zane's in pitching, he's a PO, so you don't lose, your spot in the field. So look for good things for him on the mound tonight.
Well, Givens, according to the stats that John McClure sent over, this is just his second start of the season. 17th appearance, but just 2 starts. He's got a 4-2 record. 33 hits, 25 runs, just 12 of those earned, 18 walks, 25 strikeouts, 2.25 earned run average. But if you go to district, his earned run average is under 1, 0.95. Team's hitting just 229 off of him. So he's going to be on the mound. The right-hander getting the start. It's 82 degrees here in Atlanta. We got
slight breeze.
A little bit of wind. It's cooling things down a little bit, but it looks like the wind's probably not going to play much into balls in the air as the flag in left field's kind of limp today. It's a short park, 310 down the lines, 360 to straightaway center, but it's got a big old wall out in center field. All right, in we go. Dax Price to lead things off. And left-handed hitter looking at a first pitch a little inside for ball 1. Zane Givens, the righty, comes to the plate. That one's there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. I've made an emphasis about Jacob Yowell at short.
Yeah.
He has obviously not played in the field much this year because of an unfortunate injury in game 1 of the season. But they've got him out there in a winner-take-all play-in game.
Yeah, when he came back at third base and played there, a handful of games until they figured out some teams started bunting on him. And so short's really the only place you can put him.
2-1 the count now. Here's the pitch from Givens. That's in there for a called strike, and it was a call that Dax Price didn't like.
4 pitches, no swings yet, so he's trying to go deep in the count.
There's a gentleman parked out beyond the right field wall. You may want to talk to him about that.
Well, it's not Brenton Clark up at bat. Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah.
Just looking.
Strike 3 looking, and Price did not have a good at-bat, or maybe the home plate umpire didn't, according to Price.
Yeah.
He never swung at a pitch, and he goes down on 5, and there's 1 away.
Tell you what, a lot of fastballs, and those are right around the plate. You got to take a cut at. You got a big long bat.
Got to use it. Doesn't do you any good on your shoulder. And here's Kobe Porter, the center fielder. He steps in, also batting from the left side. And pitch misses a little bit wide for ball 1.
The thing we got when they beat us pretty good in Mount Pleasant was we walked a lot of batters and hit some batters, and Zane throws a lot of strikes. So
this one hit hard, and Yowell going back, can't quite get to it, and that'll be a base hit for Kobe Porter. And you just kind of cringe watching Yowell try to go back and get it and try to jump to get a ball.
Well, he was 1 ACL away from getting that ball.
Yeah, he's flexing that left knee a little bit, going back to his position at short. Now here's B.J. Brannon, the shortstop, up.
This is where I saw last week or last game of where him playing shortstop. You got to, on a 2-ball, you got to get close to the bag and just him coming across. We did turn a couple of them.
Here's the first pitch. This one hit in the air to center,
deep.
And that's deep. Going back is Reitner, and he can't get to it. It'll bounce off the wall around second, and coming into third and stopping there is Kobe Porter. It's a 1-out double as it bounces to the center field wall, and the Tigers of Mount Pleasant have 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the first.
Yeah, after 2 batters, they're saying, hey, he's throwing a lot of fastballs, so he's going to have to mix that up, especially a 3, 4, 5 hole. Mount Pleasant can really hit the ball.
Drew Cross coming to the plate now. He's their catcher. I don't know if I'm feeling the fist bump with the home plate umpire.
I know. Wait till you get up there at catcher for that.
Yeah. Infield in for the Tigers on the right side. At least it started to come in. Jacob High's going to back up a couple steps at second.
The thing is, that ball can get on you really, really quick.
And it's a
fastball down the middle.
Chopping grounder, third base side foul for strike 1.
You can tell they're sitting on it right now. They're sitting on that fastball knowing they're getting that.
Well, with this being the situation, winner take all, both of these coaches you would figure would have very short leashes on pitchers.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't have it, you're not going to last long. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He went off speed.
There's off-speed changeup, and he swung right through it.
That cross way out in front. Now it's 0-2.
Almost Bugs Bunny could swung at that one twice.
You swing with a carrot?
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, a thick carrot.
Here's the 0-2. They waste one way outside. Good job by Ross to keep that from getting back.
Yeah, you want to try to hit the mid on that. He set up a foot out. You don't want to miss it a foot out from that.
No. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to bounce one in, but runners at second and third.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it here. 1-2 the count now. Big exhale, and here's the pitch. This
Change
one
up.
hit to left, and that's going to be caught, but backpedaling and not able to get any steam on the throw back in is Austin Treadway.
Good job.
And the Tigers of Mount Pleasant get on the board first with a sacrifice fly from Drew Cross to make it 1-0.
Good job by Treadway to secure that catch first and foremost, and you're not going to get going back. You're not going to get that guy at third going home. So they kept the runner at second.
Looked like it was hit better than it actually was.
Well, I tell you, we're not playing them deep in the outfield either. I mean, it's a short porch, and we're playing up almost Little League depth, looked like to me.
Bennett Wall coming up now, the right fielder. 2 outs, top of the first, 1-0 Mount Pleasant. That pitch misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. On deck, Nate Capato. Tigers trying to get out of this first, giving up a single and a double, and so far one of those runs has come across. The pitch from Givens, this one hard hit, but right to Yowell.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to go anywhere. Makes the throw, off the mark,
job
but
by DePriest.
tag put on by DePriest, lost his glasses, and maybe banged up a little bit in that. Keep an eye on DePriest as he goes down to his knees. 1 run comes across for Mount Pleasant as they get 2 hits in the inning. They leave 1 man on base. We'll take a break. We'll come right back for the bottom of the first when we return here on Game Day. All right, we welcome you back. They're just now getting Bryce DePriest up off of the first base line.
Took a shot to the gut.
Yeah, well, hopefully just the gut. May have got the wind knocked out of him or a little worse, but he's up and back in the dugout, so that's good news for Texas High. Here's what the Tigers will bring to the plate here in the bottom of the first. Knox Pilgreen, the third baseman, going to lead off. Cam Reitner in center field's going to bat second. Yowell's hitting third. Jacob High at second's hitting fourth. Caden Kreiner, the DH, batting fifth. DePriest will bat sixth. Dion Carson hitting seventh from right field. Left fielder Austin Treadway hitting eighth, and Ray Frost, the catcher, will bat ninth. Defensively, it's Jaden Tarrant at first, Chris Johnson at second, B.J. Brandon at short, Nick Capato at third. Dax Price is in left, Colby Peters in center, Bennett Wall in right, Drew Cross behind the plate. And starting on the mound is left-hander Cortland Stovall.
Yeah, he's good. Lefty southpaw with some movement on it, and I think he's got a really good off-speed pitch if I remember right. So, you know, after you play each other a couple of times and get into some games and into some innings and in a lot of pitches, you faced most of their pitching staff as we have and they have as well. So nobody's going to really surprise you. You've already seen it, but like I say, you got one game to get it right.
Stovall did pitch against Texas High in the one the Tigers won. Went 3 in the third inning, gave up 4 hits, 6 runs, but all of them unearned. Yeah, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts.
I was going to say that. He was really, really cruising, and the one inning we started to kind of get to him. We hit him, but they did make some errors and stuff, and I thought they may have pulled him a little bit too early and allowed us to come back and win that one.
Knox Pilgreen to lead things off. He's hitting .408
and with
on the
some
season.
Power.
500 on base percentage. He has 29 hits, 17 of them singles, 8 are doubles, 1 triple and 3 home runs.
Takes a healthy cut at that one for sure.
Leads the team in hits, home runs, runs, and RBIs.
What else is there?
That's pretty much all of it. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's at the knees for a called strike, and the Orange Tigers were not happy with that call. District plays hitting .462.
He's Be a high outside pitch, what they're calling for.
And he misses low and outside. 1-2 the count now. Reitner on deck for Texas High.
Have not seen a breaking pitch yet.
Misses again outside, so he's staying away. And the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stovall's pitch is one hit into the gap in left center.
That's going to the wall.
One hop to the wall and around second, and pulling up there at second base is Knox Pilgreen.
He still leads the team in doubles, right?
He added to it.
Really, I mean, absolutely just smoked that ball to deep left center field, one hopper to the wall, and he's got some wheels on him too. And stand-up double. Now you got Cam coming up, Reitner, the Swiss Army knife for the Tigers.
I got to fix that because actually Jordan High had 9 doubles. And,
Jacob, okay.
And Knox had 8.
Okay.
So now he's tied.
He's tied, okay.
Yeah. There's Reitner up now, hitting .341. He's got 23 singles. That leads the team.
That's a balk. Yeah, it was. Good call by. Here's the thing. You're not going to get a balk by these guys when you got 4 of them out there. And you can appeal to both sides now.
Right.
You know, so
Tigers 1 batter in, have a runner at third, nobody out, and here's Reitner.
Yeah, they're coming in on the corners.
Cam with 20 runs batted in. That's tied with Pilgreen for the lead.
Oh, low.
Missing low, ball 1. Mount Pleasant looks like they'll take away a bunt, but are really to concede at least. If it's a hit up the middle, they're going to give the run and take the out instead. And there's a called strike outside corner, 1-1.
Caught the corner. I like the take right there by Cam to see if he's going to call that one a ball.
Cam's only struck out twice all year. Here's the 1-1. This one hard hit right off the pitcher. Run's going to score, and
he's safe.
Reitner is out at first.
Unbelievable.
On a bang play, literally bang as it banged off the pitcher. Second baseman Chris Johnson with a throw over.
I think you missed that one, Chuck.
But the Tigers pick up a run, and we're tied at 1.
I think you missed that one.
Well, you need to go out there and yell at him.
Well, here's the thing. I'll go back and watch this one on video.
Okay.
'Cause I know my guys at Game Day got that one.
Number 3 hitter, swinging miss for Jacob Yowell now.
And the thing is, that ball got in on Cam. He hit it hard, but hit off near the barrel. Near the handle, and so it didn't get past the second baseman.
Yowell hitting .316. And he smokes one to left. This is going to one-hop over the wall as Jacob needs to slow up the run, big guy.
Slow down, Jacob.
Yeah, and I think that's his problem, trying to decelerate on that knee. Doesn't come easy as he one-hops that over the left field wall for a ground rule double, and the Tigers have picked up 2 doubles in their first 3 hitters today.
Yeah, I'll tell you what a great kid he is, and someone who's sacrificed himself this year and come back for the team and said, I'm going to give everything I can to Texas High because it's given everything to me for 4 years. So glad to see him.
Jacob High stepping in now. High on the year. A pitch that's inside for a ball. High hitting .418.
May have to have a triple to get Yowell in.
Yeah, right?
I'm just kidding. He gets going.
He may need a home run to get him in.
He just can't stop once he gets going.
High with a .523 on base percentage. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and the count's even at a ball and a strike.
Good hack by Jacob High.
High with 9 doubles, a triple. 10 runs batted in. Tigers hitting .324 on the year. So he pops this one foul. Excuse me, not a play. But runners on base, they are hitting .345.
Okay.
Excuse me, runner in scoring position, .345.
I like that. That's a good average. People in scoring position help you score a lot of runs.
1-2 the count. And he's out on strikes as he chases a little high cheese, and there's 2 out here in the inning.
Caden Kreiner.
That's one stat that If you're Jacob, you don't want to talk about, but he
No.
leads the team with strikeouts. That's his 19th.
I talk about with Kreiner coming up. He won't get cheated. He will take a hack, and he'll take 3 of them
Kreiner
if he needs to.
hitting 289 on the season. And the first pitch to him, he takes a hack indeed.
Just tends to pull his head a little bit. Too much for me. If he'll leave those eyes on that ball, it's a whole lot easier to hit those eyes on it.
Good speed. He's got team high 2 triples. No balls and 1 strike. This Cortland Stovall trying to get out of this first, and Yowell's not going to stray too far off the bag. I don't know why you waste too many looks over there at him. He is not stealing third base. He might can roll down to third faster than he can run down. Here's the 0-1, and now it's 0-2. Kreiner trying to make sure Yowell doesn't have to run home by getting one over the fence and let him walk home.
Now that wind's kicking up just a little bit out there. Got a little stretch on the flag.
In the 0-2. Swung and missed, and that'll end the inning. But the Tigers tie up the Tigers. Texas High gets 1 run on 2 hits. They leave a man on base. Sounds familiar. We're tied at 1 after 1. Quick break. We're coming right back here on Game Day.
Start your day with seamless transactions. Add your State Bank card to your device's digital wallet and enjoy the convenience of tap-and-go payments. Easy, secure, and thankfully at your fingertips. Simplify your day with State Bank's digital wallet. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
All right, we welcome you back. Texas High and Mount Pleasant play-in ball game. Winner gets Melissa in the first round of the playoffs. If you're Texas High, you got a little get back on Melissa after their number 1 ranked in the nation girls abused the Texas High Lady Tigers last week in the bi-district round of the softball playoffs.
I've seen a couple of their coaches here. They're getting a nice game out of it and getting a little action on a Monday night.
Either of these Tiger teams will go to Division I in the playoffs. That's where Melissa is. Lufkin's the other D1 team. Lufkin's got a 3-game series with McKinney North. They play actually Wednesday night game 1 at Crandall, Friday at Lindale, and Saturday at Athens. The small schools, Hallsville and White House. Hallsville's got Lovejoy for a best-of-3 series beginning on Thursday. White House is Walnut Grove. All games, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, are at Forney. All right, so stepping in is Nate Capato, the third baseman.
Change up right there. Gets him to swing on top of it.
Zane Givens gets back on the mound. Back to even again. 1-1 ball game. Just misses outside with the fastball, and it's a ball and a strike.
Only thing I notice about Zane is when he starts to get tired in the late innings, that change up, if he starts leaving it up, that's kind of his telltale sign.
That one paints the black on the outside part of the plate, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Although if you're a Texas High Tiger, you'd like to see him go deep into this game, but I think we're going to see a lot of pitching changes tonight.
Yeah, it's all hands on deck tonight.
Yep.
You don't win, you don't play anymore.
That's right.
1-2 the count. That's a good-looking breaking ball.
Just hung.
Stayed up a little in the zone, and the count's evened up. They cleared the they cleared the scoreboard. I think they thought that was strike 3 looking. This one's fouled back, so we'll do 2 balls, 2 strikes again. Capato, Lozano, and Johnson scheduled to hit for Mount Pleasant.
Sounds like a pizza place or
right? Which, thank you, I did not have dinner.
Yeah, I didn't know if you passed Pizza Hut on the way in or not.
Oh, I passed it. I just didn't stop. 1-2 the count now. This one hit up in the air. Reitner's going to take a couple steps over and then a couple steps in, and there's out number 1 to open up the second inning.
I'll tell you what, fastball is crisp, and because of it, he's throwing that changeup off of it, and it's kind of got them out on their front foot.
So there's 1 away. Tommy Stewart, head coach at Mount Pleasant. He's got Brandon Colbert, Zach Rolfe, and Dalton Ernest are his assistant coaches. This is year 15 with 300-plus wins. He had 303 coming into the season. And, of course, his Tigers have picked up 19 more, so he's at 222 on the year. This one's going to be playable in the infield. Third base, Pilgrim coming over, and he'll cross the mound to make the out.
You know, I saw earlier in the year on the same type of ball with Zane out there, that same thing, and Knox come in from deep third base and get there almost in time, and they kind of got it mixed up. But right there, they told him, hey, Knox calls it, you just let him take it.
So there's 2 away here in the top of the second. And stepping in is second baseman Chris Johnson. We didn't even get to say Diego Lozano's name. He was 1 pitch and 1 out.
Man, we are shallow in the outfield. And we've got 3 fast ones out there as why. So saying we can go back and get it, but we're not going to let one drop in front of us.
And this one's going to be on a line, and there he is playing shallow. Well called, Mr. Lavender.
And Coach Minner is the outfield coach. He's the one who's positioning him, so I'm going to give him a lot of credit right there.
You jumped all over that. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Bottom of the second coming up here on Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Bottom of the second inning, Texas I will bring Bryce DePriest, Deion Carson, and Austin Treadway to the plate to face Cortland Stovall. 1-1 ball game as we're coming alive from Atlanta.
Tell you what, Bryce, big old first baseman, takes a hack at it, and he's had a couple of doubles this year, if I remember right, but a big bomb in one game that I watched.
DePriest hitting .313 on the season. He does have 3 doubles and 1 home run.
Yeah, he took a hack at it. Just got to leave his head in there. I think we're getting too trigger happy.
It's an angry swing is what that is. I don't like getting hit in the gut in the first inning. No balls and 1 strike. And he just dribbles this one foul behind home plate. Count now 0-2. Of course, John McClure, the head coach and third base coach for the Tigers. Scott Minnie's down at first base. We've got Coach Minner and Williams in the dugout. Pitch up high.
Yeah, when Bryce is hitting really good, he's going the oppo with it. He's going left center. Looked like his first 2 swings, he swung around it. If he can keep his hands inside the ball, that's where he's deadly with it.
Can't forget Coach Justin Coates and Ben Long as well. Part of that staff.
Got him with a fastball.
That's 3 straight strikeouts now for Cortland Stovall after a double, a ground out, and a double. It's been KKK.
Almost pitched him backwards right there.
There's Deion Carson up
prime
now.
Time. This is the real prime time.
Really?
Yeah, all that stuff that was happening this prior weekend, that's not real. This is a real prime time right here.
All right. Does Deion know that?
This Deion does.
Okay. I mean the other one.
Oh, no.
No, not so much?
No, he
okay.
doesn't.
All right. You hadn't told him yet? First pitch in there for a called strike. Carson on the year hitting .305. 5 doubles.
A lot of power, a lot of speed. He's another one. If he just leaves his head in there and watches the ball, he can really do some damage with it.
Stovall's starting to find it. He's 0-2 now on
That's
Carson.
what teams will do to him. They'll throw that curveball to him.
Now's the one you would talk about wasting one in the dirt and see if you can get him to swing. Here's Stovall Instead, he comes into the zone, ground ball third,
Yes,
and that's going to be down the line.
Second, he's going to get to 2. Oh,
And he stumbled, stumbled around the bag. On both sides, they had problems. First, Nate Capato at third base just olayed that ball.
Here's what happened right there. I watched this thing play out. Is that ball's down the line, but that ball can still be gotten by the third base, so he can't go into his banana around first base. So Coach Minnie gives him to go two. He's not watching that ball. So then he can't. He's cutting too hard, and so just slides on that turf. So it just kind of. The play dictated that, and if it was a for sure ball in the outfield, he would have been already making his banana and be at 2 easy. But
they didn't flash hit or error on that.
I think that's a hit. He couldn't get to it.
In steps Austin Treadway now. Tigers with 3 hits.
Yeah, coach tells him to step out because this, Treadway can be in a bunting position right here as well.
Treadway hitting 250. Doesn't have an extra base hit this year.
Back. Yeah, he balked. Good call. There we go.
That's 2 balks
That
now on Cortland Stovall, who looks over to his
So now it was a double. Now I give him that double.
Yeah. Well, they say the ball don't lie. Or in this case, the balk don't lie.
He pulled his foot up and stopped, and then kind of hitched and went over.
Coach Stewart wants the explanation from the first base umpire.
And rule number 1 of a balk is trying to I can't think of the word.
Misrepresent. That's what you're doing. You're trying to trick somebody.
Yeah, try to trick somebody.
I was doing lawyer talk there. Misrepresent.
Well, yeah, that too. Some of them will do that.
Right. Not any of the ones we know.
Not any around this area.
No. Well, I won't say that. Just none of the ones we know.
Not even in Titus County. Not even down there around Mount Pleasant.
Really?
Do that, yeah.
Really?
God.
Wow. How about Panola County?
Well, maybe in Panola, but that's a whole other show.
Okay.
They're not listening.
You hope.
I don't know. We're worldwide.
Uh-huh.
Panola County, Miller. Come on, Treadway.
1-0 the count now for Treadway. He's got a runner in scoring position who can fly if he won't trip over the base.
A single will score him.
1 out here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 ball game.
Oh, he was on it too.
Straight back.
Yep, he was sitting fastball. Just missed that one. I like the cut.
That's where your first row folks probably flinch.
Yeah, no doubt. There were a bunch of them down there that did. A couple of them Melissa coaches.
Good. 1-1 to count.
It's a really good pitch right there.
Yeah, took a hack at one out of the zone. Now it's 1-2.
Now you got to do what Carson did. Do a job right here. Put that bat on the ball. Never know what'll happen.
And they take time. Austin thought Stovall took a little long. A little difference in how they're playing. A right fielder way back for Mount Pleasant. We saw Dion was not nearly that far back when the Tigers were on the field. This is a ground ball right to first.
That's okay. Did a job right there. 2-strike hitting, move a guy over. Now a pass ball, gets a guy home, something like that. Really, really good job right there by Treadway with 2 strikes. That's 2 batters in a row with 2 strikes.
Rafe Ross up now. Ross hitting 298.
Yep.
Chance to pick up a run batted in. He's got 11 on the year.
Ray Frost settled down in that catcher role for the Tigers this year. Done a really good job behind the plate.
Stovall goes with his good fastball that misses wide.
Didn't miss by much. Good, but hey, it's a catcher back, in the batter's box, so he's got the strike zone down pretty good. Trying to turn over the lineup right here.
This one's straight back again. And again, the flinchers in the first row. They're testing them today.
Yeah. Someone's got their iPhone back there set up on that deal.
Oh, yeah. It's still bobbling, I'm sure. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Bottom of the second.
Good. Can't afford, you got to know as a batter, he can't afford to bounce one. Although their catcher's really good, can't afford to bounce one to the backstop because Carson will go in standing up.
And I was a little surprised he didn't, to to Carson.
Yeah.
Gave
me
Dion a
too.
chance.
Me
Gave
too.
him a fat pitch. There's a good fastball. Again, he's starting to loosen up. 2-2 the count now.
Just pulling. We're trying to pull the ball.
Well, if you're Mount Pleasant, this batter's a big deal with Pilgreen on deck.
No doubt.
2-2 the count.
2 outs.
Stovall. Got him looking. 4th strikeout. No runs. There was a hit, no errors, and a man left on. We're tied at 1 after 2. Take a break and come back for the top of the 3rd. We return here on Game Day.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks. I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you gonna clean this up?
Become a new member and take advantage of all RRCU can offer. Experience the credit union difference anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
Top of the 3rd inning. It'll be the Mount Pleasant Tigers sending 9-1-2 to the plate to face Zane Givens in a 1-1 ball game, play-in game. Somebody's going to pick up their 11th district win of the year, and they're going to move on to face Melissa in the bi-district round of the playoffs this weekend.
And I'll tell you what, you just, if you're either team, you just want to see that next pitcher. You want to get to that next pitcher. If you can just get to that next pitcher, you got more of a shot, and that's what both these teams are trying to do. But good job by both pitchers to stay in there and hold it to 1 run through 2 innings.
That's it.
Kind of settle down, just like in a major league game. A lot of times you'll get 1 or 2 runs early, and then that pitcher will set in and put up some zeros.
Well, it's a lot about how you negate the top part of the order. And Mount Pleasant had a huge strikeout to end the 2nd, and they didn't have to face Pilgrim with runners at first and 3rd and 2 outs, because that probably would have been bad news for Cortland Stovall. Instead, he'll face Pilgrim leading off the bottom of the inning. But first, we get Mount Pleasant coming to the plate with their number 9 hitter, first baseman Jaden Tarrant. Far for Zane Givens, no walks, 1 strikeout. And this one's popped foul as it slices out of play.
Thought Bryce DePriest may run through the gauntlet of Tigers over there into the dugout and get that one, but it ends up on the other side.
Tell you what, there was a little girl over there. I don't know if she's eating ice cream or what, but she was looking at the field and had no clue that ball dropped about 4 or 5 feet away from her.
Yeah, but she wasn't going to miss that ice cream. Good pitch.
Fastball by Givens, and it's 0-2 now.
Well, a great spot right there by 7. If you can spot up right there all night on a right-handed batter.
And it looks like that umpire's giving that to him. He's liking that spot. 0-2 the pitch. Little up.
I like that. He hits a spot right there. It's not something that can be hit or whatever, but it's not a wasted pitch. It's something to change an eye level or something like that.
1-2 the count now. There's Givens, full windup, hit hard, but right to left. Treadway took about a step and a half, and a little bunny hop at the end, and there's
got to make it look good, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that changeup, and like I say, coming off of that fastball, but they put a beat on it right there. Just one of those times. A lot of times you can hit it hard a lot of times, but if you hit it right to somebody, you just don't help that batting average.
All right, top of the order. Dax Price, who struck out looking to open the game. Looks at a fastball away for ball 1. See the greatness of Jerry Stanford here. Already started spring practice for the football team.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I went out and watched them Thursday. They had a scrimmage and looked really, really good, looked really big, and looked really athletic.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Said Reitner's looked really good at quarterback. He wasn't out there then. He was practicing with the baseball team. But
So what, he didn't give him that as a strike, but it could have been.
But you know what? I like that. I thought that was a ball, and I think the other one was a strike. I really like his zone.
You can see where Price got that back foot halfway on over the top of that line. Goes the other way, diving stop by Pilgreen.
Are you kidding me?
The throw, nope. That was going to be the problem. He was going to have to gun that ball, and he just wasn't exactly on the mark. It'll be an infield single for Price.
Here's the thing, and Chief over there at first kind of gives Knox, said, man, that was one that Knox came up so fast and has such a cannon that he probably could have not patted it once, but he could have probably thrown a bead over there to him. But when you go down and dive at it, you got to come up and go as hard as you can. Just something that, but really good play by Pilgreen right there.
It doesn't happen. You're facing a batter that's coming out of the left side.
That's right.
You lost that extra step and a half that Pilgreen may have had enough time to make a more controlled throw.
Yep. I've seen both his grandparents here tonight. They both follow him all over the place.
Kobe Porter, the batter now. Porter singled and scored on sacrifice fly in the first.
And when I say both grandparents, I mean both sets of grandparents.
Yeah.
They all follow him all over. He and his sister and all the grandkids.
You better make sure you fix that. 0-1 to count. That's up top. It's a ball and a strike. So far, I have not gotten the indication that Dax Price has an inkling to run yet.
Yeah. We need with this quick turf. We need a little ground ball right here.
He's not taking a very big lead. That's a small lead for a leadoff guy. Now he actually is going. Here's the throw from Ross, and they got him.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, he picked a great pitch to run on because it was a breaking pitch and it was a strike. And let me tell you something. He had that lead like he almost went on first movement, and Rafe Ross threw a bullet, Jack. I mean, right on the money, and the tag was on it. Great job right there.
It was waiting for him. Maybe a fast track was not a fast Dax Price, though. 1-2 the count, and this one's fouled back.
And
2 outs now.
And I'll tell you what that does is that shuts down that running game early. You throw it in the center field or you miss him by half a step or something, and then they want to try it again. If you do something like that, a lot of times it'll shut down that running game early.
So bases are empty. 2 outs here, top of the third. 1-1 ball game. As Kobe Porter with a 1-2 count. Ground ball towards first.
Nice
DePriest
Nice
juggles
job.
it, but makes the play.
Really good, Chief.
Out in front to Gibbons, and that'll end the inning. There were no runs, a hit, and nobody left on base. We're still tied at 1. Bottom of the third coming up next here on Game Day.
Meet Tony Langford Roofing, your trusted name in roofing solutions. Decades of experience and top-notch service. Passionate about your home safety, we treat every roof like our own. From repairs to full installations, we've got your home covered. Upgrade your roof with our variety of styles and materials. For roofs that last long, choose Tony Langford Roofing. We've got you covered.
Texarkana, when it comes to electricity, you do not want to strike out. That's why I trust the pros at Livewire Electrical Services. These guys are the real MVP, voted Electricians of the Year 3 years in a row. Now that's a home run, baby. Need to upgrade your lighting to LED, diagnose a breaker that won't stop tripping, or add a portable generator connection? Livewire has you covered. Power problems? Call Livewire Electrical Services today. I know I do, because with these guys, you're always safe at home.
All right, welcome back to Atlanta. Chuck, Zach, Billy Lavender. It is the play-in game for the final spot in District 10 5A. And Tigers of Texas High flashing a little bit of leather in that top of the third inning. Pilgreen with the diving stop at third base, even though the throw wasn't on the money. And then DePriest with the off-the-bag play. And Gibbons not lollygagging, got over to first base, and they retired the number 2 hitter to end the inning.
And one of the thorns in the Texas High Tigers sides this year has been a lot of errors every game, and it's good to see Knox Pilgreen make a good play like that, and then Chief on first base. I mean, he did everything right. Zane Givens gets over there. It's a perfectly timed throw to him.
Here's Pilgreen leading off the inning, and he tops one foul first base side.
Yeah, he was sitting fastball right there, and I don't think he'll get a fastball
no.
this at bat.
Knox put one in the deep left center gap, bounced it to the wall, and came around to score on Jacob Yowell's double.
And kind of blowing out the center-ish right now.
0-1 the count. Cortland Stovall still on the mound, and now it's 0-2.
Trying to go to right field with it. I like it.
And let me rephrase that. Reitner actually drove in that run with a grounder to second.
That's right.
So we're tied at 1. Both teams picked up a run in the first, and it has been a quiet offensive performance since then. Both pitchers are kind of locking in and doing a pretty nice job. Stovall giving up 3 hits, 1 run. He hasn't walked anybody. Struck out 4 and committed 2 balks.
Not going to get anything good here on 0-2.
Yeah, he didn't like the first signal coming in from his catcher. And he went fastball down low. Drew Cross behind the plate. And the count's 1-2 now on Knox Pilgreen. Reitner and Yowell to foul. Top of the order for Texas High here in the bottom of the third.
Ball's out.
Oh, he's going. You said no fastballs. They've thrown back-to-back fastballs, but not in the zone. Seeing if they can maybe get Pilgreen chasing one.
Yeah, they're saying if you're wanting a fastball, we're going to give you a couple, but.
And he hits another one, but it stays up. Yep, long enough for Colby Peters to get over there and give us a highlight grab in straightaway center field for the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you what, got a wrinkle pitch, and Knox stayed back on it and drove it in the center field at the guy's feet, and he goes to his knees and makes a really, really good catch. And the umpire was out there and saw it.
That's a product if you hit the ball too hard.
Yep.
Hit a little bit lighter, that drops in for a hit. Here's Reitner up now with an RBI ground out in the first. First pitch inside for ball 1.
Ball up. Yeah, they know they got to be really, really careful to 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the Tigers for sure.
Here's the 2-0. Ooh, almost a little sweet chin music, and now it's 3-0.
Here's the old take and the fastball right down the middle for a strike. Happens every time.
Reitner having to go matrix right there. Here's the 3-0. How about
There it is. Never fails.
I wonder why high school coaches don't look at the top guys in their order and say, yeah, 3-0, you know where it's coming, swing away.
I've seen McClure at the end of this year doing it a couple of times.
Here's the 3-1. That's fouled back, and now it's a full count.
That ball, they've been trying to throw him in, and that's why you saw that one up at his head, it looked like. But the one he hit earlier was inside, and that one he tried to take a cut at. So now he's worked the count back to 3-2.
Ground ball second.
Same thing.
You're going to have to hurry the throw, and boy, just barely got Reitner again.
Yep, he got him that time.
Yep, that's Johnson to Tarrant for out number 2, as Cam has now grounded out twice to second. And here's Yowell, who doubled, hopping it over the wall in left field for a ground rule double his first time up.
Hard to get a bad bounce on that turf that Atlanta's got out there. That stuff is smooth, Jack.
All right, 2 outs now in the inning. And first pitch way up to Yowell.
Yeah, they're not playing him to pull. They may be pitching him outside.
They moved the left fielder over a few steps now.
Yeah.
He took about 4 or 5 steps toward the line.
That's where he's wanting to go with it.
Well, Dax Price over there already watched one bounce over the wall in his neighborhood. 1-1 the count.
Good take right there. I'll tell you, that fooled me too.
Yeah, it looked like a good pitch.
Man.
In fact, Drew Cross asked the first baseman, did he go around?
Yeah,
No.
that ball was moving the whole way.
2-1 now.
Pulled his head.
Yeah, went outside with him. Came inside in the last one, back outside that time. So now it's even 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the third. Cortland Stovall came up top. Pilgreen, that may have been a strike. To Yowell, that's a ball up high.
Another full count, 2 in a row. There it
And
is. There's
another
double.
one.
That's a double for one ACL. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh.
And they got him at second. Well, I don't know about that. That tag looked up high. I'm going to have to see the replay on that, but that sure looked like Yowl had gotten there. But, of course, Yowl's unable to run at full speed.
Well, but where that ball was down in that corner, I'm sending him every time and on Sunday. You got to with 2 outs.
Yeah, well, with 2 ACLs, he's at second base standing. Instead, inning's going to come to an end. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base. We're still at 1. We'll come back for the 4th. Tie ball game. You're on Game Day.
Family owned and operated. State-of-the-art equipment. Largest slab yard in Texarkana. With a knowledgeable sales staff that's ready to serve you.
All right, top of the 4th. 1-1 ball game. Trying to figure out who's going to go advance to the playoffs between the Tigers of Mount Pleasant and the Tigers of Texas High. We're evened up at a run apiece and been some outstanding plays, and you just wish Yowl had a little bit more of that ACL attached, because he might have gotten to second base with it.
If he had 1 1/4 ACLs, he'd have been standing up, but that was just tough. You know, it looked like he was struggling to slide as well, and when you got to slow down the slide or anything, it just, hey, let's give credit where credit's due. The left fielder threw a bullet into the second baseman. Perfect tag as well.
X-Price. Yowl's making him work over there in left field. All right, Mount Pleasant back to work now with B.J. Brannon, Drew Cross, and Bennett Wall facing Zane Givens. Brannon doubled his first time up. He parked one over Cam Reitner's head.
Yeah, Cam's back a little bit now.
Yeah. You made a believer out of him.
Got a strike call right there.
1 ball, 1 strike now to shortstop B.J. Brannon. He lifts this one, foul into the parking lot.
Good pitch and a good cut. Just missed it.
Texas High 14-9 this year. Mount Pleasant was 19-9. Ground ball, ooh, off the body.
Good job by Zane. Field his position. Wow.
Yeah, he didn't really have much choice. That thing kind of ran up and smacked him.
Good call right there.
And there's the ball in front of me. I better pick that up.
Hey, you always give them credit when they get hit with a ball, getting in front of it, you know, even if they're trying to get out of it. But here's the thing. That ball gets past him. It's right over the bag, and it's a single, and just bad luck. You know, like I say, you can hit it as hard as you can, but if it's hit at somebody, but great play by Zane right there. And Coach McClure is going to go check on him. It hit his push-off leg, I believe, his right leg.
He's been flexing that leg. Inseam. It hit him on the instep.
Here's the thing. It hurts a lot more if you don't make the play, right? Hurts a lot more. He said, Coach, go back over there and let me pitch.
It got him on the instep of his shoe, so you got a little bit of
he's got those good Nikes on.
A little bit of protection anyway. But still, I mean, you're still feeling that.
Well, you feel it later.
Well,
yeah, and it won't hurt near as bad if you win. Just telling you, that's experience, Chuck.
Drew Cross up now. Cross with a sacrifice fly. He's going to bank one down into center field. Reitner, that thing bounced out fast on him.
But that's one that if we were playing where we were earlier, that's an out. And it's just you know, it's kind of the yin and the yang. It's just you got to take some, but you don't want that guy with 1 out getting a double over your head or even getting a third.
And they'll get a runner in for the catchers. He's going to go get the gear on. And coming out instead, looks like that's Donnie Blunt who's going to run. Oh, excuse me, it's 3, not 7. Hayden Hester who's coming in to run. I thought it was 7. So Hester's down at first. That's hit number 1, 2, 3, 4 for Mount Pleasant as Bennett Wall, who grounded out to short, steps up. One away here in the top of the fourth. Fastball inside.
Got him.
Yep, got him on that sleeve. A little bit of that front arm. He shakes that arm. He got his arm. So he's hit by a pitch. In this inning, which started a little weird with that ball off of Givens, now there's runners at first and second with one away and Nate Capato up. Capato flew out to center.
Nate Capato.
First guy put on without a base hit. That hit batter, Bennett Wall.
Need a ground ball double play right here if you're a Texas High Tiger.
Well, that'd be nice. Pitch down, low ball one. If you're John McClure, you get a little bit nervous now. My pitcher took one off his foot. Since then, a base hit, and he hit a batter. And I would not be surprised if this batter gets on, that coach doesn't make another pop out of the dugout.
There's a good pitch right there.
Knee high, outside corner, and count even at a ball and a strike to third baseman Nate Capato.
Doesn't look like anybody's working in the pen right now, but I can't really tell. They're so close to that dugout over there.
Playing in the fourth. Here's the pitch.
Oh. Well, it looked like the same pitch that hit the other guy on the shoulder. He was taking a cut at it.
Felt like Capato had committed. I'm swinging no matter
exactly
what.
Right.
It's 1-2 now.
Be surprised to see them try some kind of. Still be a really good time to have an inside move back to second base.
Ground ball. Pilgrim dives. He's going to get nothing, and the bases are going to be loaded. He got to it and blocked it from getting into the outfield. I don't think it would have mattered. I think coming up fast was Treadway anyway.
Yeah.
So another infield single. I'm going to assume you want to call it that. Or are you giving him an error on that?
No, he's a single.
All right, single. So bases are loaded with Tigers. And now the infield's probably going to have to come in. Yeah, let's see. Corners coming in, middle staying at double play depth, and it's Diego Lozano who popped out to the third baseman his first time up. That was the one right in front of home plate that Pilgrim came in to get.
Good pitch right there, in on his hands. They're up on the plate, so it almost looks like it's inside, but it's catching the inside part of that plate.
The ball's one strike. Then Givens trying to get out of this bases loaded jam here in the fourth. One out in the inning. He's ahead 0-2 now.
2 fastballs to him.
On Lozano, the number 7 hitter in the lineup.
All the lights on in the park right now.
Oh, yeah.
Looking really good.
I'll be honest, you were looking better with the lights on.
Well, I know.
I've
been told that before.
Oh,
Hey, hit the guy right in the mitt, but he set up off the plate exactly. Man, it was a really, really well-designed pitch, and I probably would have swung at it.
Lozano just with good discipline not to. 1-2 the count.
Change up probably.
Ground ball.
Two ball.
Double ball. Y'all bobbles are going to have to hurry, and the run's going to come in and score.
Dang,
well, not cross, but Hester comes in from third to score. If Yowell handles that cleanly, they turn to double play.
Taylor made easy double play right there. He'd like to have that one back. And sometimes those runners going in front of you and things like that, and you're thinking, and he hadn't been, like I say, he's only been at shortstop maybe a couple of games this year. And he's probably got some issues bending down.
Yeah, well, and part of the issue here is if I turn 2, we get no runs out of this. It's a little extra pressure on it.
Yeah, that's right.
Instead, the Mount Pleasant Tigers go up 2-1. Here's Chris Johnson now as he swings through the first one. He flew out to center back in the second inning. So 2-1 Mount Pleasant. This is an inning that's been a ball off of Givens, a base hit by Cross, a hit batter for Bennett Wall, infield single for Capato, and now that fielder's choice. Here's a big hopper to
good
Pilgrim.
job by Knox.
Knox just has to make a solid throw, and he does as DePriest digs it out, and it ends the inning. But Mount Pleasant takes the lead. They get 1 run, courtesy of a couple of hits, and there's 2 men left on base. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Bottom of the fourth coming up. 2-1 Mount Pleasant with the lead here on Game Day.
craving fajitas but short on time? That's not a problem. Just give us a call and place your order, and we will have them ready for you with no lines or waiting. With same ingredients and the same freshness every day. If life moves fast, so do we. No time to waste. Satisfy your cravings today.
When you're at home, you need right fiber. Some say it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play. Maybe. But with Right Fiber's 100% fiber internet, you always win. No matter which side you're on. Fall in love with your gig speed internet. Get gig smitten. Get Right Fiber.
And we're back live here on Texarkana Gameday, coming to you from Atlanta, where the neutral site game between the Tigers and the Tigers. I kind of thought hooks. It felt like that would have been a kind of a closer go-between, but
yeah, I don't know what I know that they were talking, both of them. I don't know if one wanted one wanted another. You know, they do a lot of flipping or whatever. I guess they flip for home team. Is that correct?
I don't know what they did.
Yeah. I mean, I would think all of the tiebreakers, you know, obviously you're dead set on playing each other. So I imagine, you know, unless they say, hey, we'll play here if we can be I don't know. But I like this place. I like both parks.
Jacob High leading things off for Texas High. You got to figure out a way to get a run back. Fastball, swinging miss. High struck out in the first. It's High, Kreiner, and DePriest. All three struck out facing Mount Pleasant pitcher Cortland Stovall, who's been given a lead now.
Good.
He's pitched with a lead to start the game and took two batters for Texas High to tie the game up. 1-1 the count now on Jacob High, Tigers' second baseman.
You know, he had swung over 4 fastballs, and they just threw him a curveball right down the middle and kind of had him crisscrossed right there.
Yeah, that thing came riding in. Here's a 1-2 now. And he's out on strikes for a second time today. That's strikeout number 5 for Cortland Stovall. Stovall's just kind of a hulking figure on the mound.
No, he's really good. He spots up. A lot of times he's hitting that catcher's mitt, and that's what you want as a pitcher. You know, as a coach, wherever you call it, it's going to be.
Caden Kreiner up now. Fastball inside corner for.
Looked a little bit up to me, but I'm not down there. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt sometimes.
55th pitch coming up for Cortland Stovall. Oh, that one's outside corner. Right now he's got Kreiner saying, where's this coming? Inside, outside?
He's got me saying that, too.
No balls, 2 strikes. Breeze picking up here in Atlanta. And he goes down on strikes for a second time as well. This is the part of the lineup that Cortland Stovall has just dominated. 5 at-bats between the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and he struck them all out.
Here comes the Chief, though, Bryce DePriest.
Texas High, first baseman, Bryce DePriest.
2 outs here in the 4th. 1 run across for Texas High, 2 for Mount Pleasant.
Good take right there. I thought that one, maybe it was a little bit low.
Leon Carson, the on-deck hitter for Texas High.
Good.
Laid off that one.
He wanted it, too. It was a good pitch.
And the count's 2-0 now. Priest trying to get a 2-out rally started here for the Tigers. Oof. Tough pitch to handle. Left-hander seeing that lefty fastball riding away from you.
Tell you what, though, if he could have put a bat on it and getting that gap that I say he's dangerous in.
2-1. Stovall comes back. Same place, just a little lower in the zone, and it's 2-2 now.
Struck him out on a fastball. I think it was a 3-2 fastball down the middle last time.
Stovall liked that call. Whatever Cross called, he was right on it. Ground ball. This is topped, and it's going to be trouble. First base side. Stovall will get it, make the throw.
Yeah,
and
he
no!
was there. That's I thought he was.
DePriest beats it out.
You know, it looked like Stovall kind of took his time on the spin, and which he's got to. It's a tough play for him to come all the way over there to the line. But Chief saw it right away. He knew where the ball was going. So, I mean, he was I almost said a cuss word. He was going as fast as he could down that line.
It's a family show.
That's right. And now 4, 5, and 6 has one hit.
Yeah, 1 out of 6, and they
We'll
got the
take it
rally
right there.
going. Carson, who singled in the second, got stranded at third, comes to the plate.
I think, I think in my book I give him a double, but he only ended up at first base. It's one that slid on first base. I mean, that's a stand-up double, but
well, he got balked over to second.
That's right.
Long time. Now Stovall's ready. Comes up high, ball 1.
You know, I think Stovall has not pitched as well with runners on base, and I know a lot of pitchers are like that, but it's just one of the things I've noticed about him, and it was in the first game we played against him as well.
High again, 2-0. Well, when Tiger runners have gotten on today, he's balked them. He balked a runner from second to third and one from first to second. Carson took a hack at that one.
Yeah, I don't mind taking a hack like that, but you've got to keep your eyes on that ball. It is hard to hit a moving ball, even if you're watching it.
6 strikeouts for Stovall now.
Come on, prime time.
2-1 the count.
Good eye.
Missed it low. 3-1. Well, Stovall doing a lot of heavy pitching in this inning.
Yeah.
He's up to 66 pitches now.
Deion Carson can launch one as well. He has the power. Good job. You dictate it. You want that guy on that mound laboring.
3-1 pitch. Ball 4.
Just missed inside. That's one that we've been swinging at, and that ball's moving, and it gets to the inside. Now you got Treadway at the plate, and Treadway, didn't he hit a
ground ball first?
Okay, ground ball first. That's right. That moved a runner from second to third, but Treadway gets a single right here. Score Chief.
Well, 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 4th. Tigers trailing by 1, and now Stovall's lost the zone. He doesn't like that baseball. Give me a different one.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's always the ball.
Yeah.
I'll find a different baseball for him.
You know how it is. You always blame that person that's not at work, right?
Right. Amen.
There he goes. He's going to get a trip to the mound right here because this is a critical time for the Mount Pleasant team going up 2-1. They don't want to give up a run right here to Texas High and let them get back in it.
A whole infield came in except for Capato at third base, and then he looked around and went, oh, me too?
Mound party of 6. Your table is ready.
Well, Stovall looked like he was cruising his way out of this 4th inning, struck out the first 2 batters, and then that little dribbler first base lines changed the momentum of this inning.
Yeah, for sure. The good part about it for Mount Pleasant and what that coach is out there saying is, hey, they've kind of changed it, but there's still 2 outs. All we've got to do is work on this batter right here, and if I'm the Tiger coaching staff, that's what I'm telling Mr. Treadway here is, hey, put that bat on the ball hard somewhere, but don't swing at anything that's not a strike either.
That was 2 conversations, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah. That first conversation was with the infield, and they all left.
Yeah.
That pitching coach then kind of
out there.
Well, he chewed a little bit on him. I think this is a little momentum thing about let's get your head back in this. And he misses high again.
Yeah, now you got the trash cans coming out for Texas High.
And if you watch him, he's not following through all the way right now. 2-0 the count.
Guiding it. Oh, that was it.
Swinging miss.
Yep. Just pulled out a little bit. If they just stay up the middle, if the Texas High would just stay up the middle with that ball.
There's Stovall ready, the 2-1.
Ball down.
Missed him low.
I'll tell you what, you got Ray Frost on deck, the catcher for Texas High, the 9-hole.
Oh, that means Pilgrim's looming.
Ball's out. No.
Oh, no, it's not.
God, no, it was.
Yeah,
it just got called a strike.
Home plate umpire didn't think so.
Woo, I'll tell you what, I think everybody in the park, including, I don't care what color you were wearing, but now runners got to be moving with 2 outs.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled back, will do it again. All anticlimactic.
Good hack right there by Treadway. Just don't let one past you. And he tried to throw a fastball past him. Changed the course of a game.
Treadway is about 10 feet down the line heading for first. And there's ball 4.
I thought that ball was closer to the strike zone than the other one.
So a single, and now the first 2 walks of this game. And the Tigers have the bases loaded, and how about a big at-bat for Ray Frost?
It's a huge at-bat. This is a huge part of the game. This is where sometimes you're thinking about, if you're a coach's staff, you're in the 4th inning, down 1, 2 outs and bases loaded. You got your 9-hole up, and you might be thinking pinch hitter, but Coach McClure said, we're going with Ray Frost. He's the one who's gotten us here.
Yep, Ross struck out looking to end the 2nd. Ground ball. It'll be the shortstop having to come in. Long throw.
Wow,
got him, and it'll end the inning.
What a play.
Ooh, B.J. Brannon with the charge and the throw. And that's how the Tigers get out of the 4th. No runs in the inning. There was 1 hit, and the bases left loaded. We'll come back for the top of the 5th. Mount Pleasant still with a 2-1 lead here on game day.
This is hustler country, a place where people earn their keep and make an honest living. We build machines that last because they have to. We make it, we test it, we break it, and we do it over and over again. So visit your local Hustler dealer and join us because we are Hustler.
Nerf Wars, safe. Dodgeball, safe. Kickball, batting cages, and glow-in-the-dark parties, you're all safe here, baby. Looking for a birthday party that's anything but ordinary? Iconic Performance Center brings the fun to you. With 2 hours of high-energy activities, plus music and dancing, this will be the party they'll never forget. Book your iconic birthday party today at iconicperformancecenter.net or just call 903-293-9949.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 5th, Texas High trailing Mount Pleasant 2-1, and boy, that base is loaded.
Man, it's just timely hits. Sometimes a timely hit can win a game for you or whatever, and it's not by any chance over. And Ray Frost did everything he could, and they got him. But I mean, here's the thing: shortstop made a heck of a play because that runner was running in front of him, and he absolutely gets to it as quick as he can because that ball is chopping, and he throws a bullet over there and gets him by half a step. So kudos to them. They just made a play right there. It's 2-1.
Yep.
3 innings left.
Got to make plays. They made a play today. And we had some Tiger fans coming by going, boy, it sure looked like ball 4. Not that it mattered.
That's
It
right.
still evened out. We got the guy on base anyway on the ball 4. But all right, we start the 5th. It'll be back around to 9-1-2 for Mount Pleasant. That's how they opened the 3rd inning. Jaden Tarrant, who flew out to left, leading things off, and he hits one right back at Givens off his glove. This one's going to be a tough play, and he beats it out.
Yep, great play by Jacob High as well. Good job because if it gets past Zane Givens, it's into the center field for a single. But Jacob High did everything he could, knew he had to barehand it. Just got to throw it down from low, and Bryce DePriest with a stretch, and it's just an infield single is how that'll go. Now you got to expect with a left-hander, you got to play in because you got a definite bunt situation right here.
I tell you what, Zane Givens ought to be getting a little bit punchy out there. He's had one off his foot. Now one came flying back up at him. Throw that glove up as defense. And almost got a play out of it as High. At least got a shot at a play.
It's where you pick the first just to see if they're going to if they're going to turn to bunt.
Ooh, another half-step lead by Tarrant out there. They got thrown out earlier in the game when leadoff man Dax Price tried to steal second.
Yeah, and this guy can roll too. He's got wheels, and that's what Coach Minner was just telling the field.
He goes that another half step and holds in the pitch outside. They showed bunt from Price. Price is struck out singled and got thrown out trying to steal second.
Tell you what, if they don't bunt, they got Treadway moved so far in left field. Get a line drive and throw somebody out.
And that's a bunt that's going to be effective to move the runner.
Oh, great job by Knox Pilgreen right there, because that was a tough throw. The thing is the ball brought him in so far that he had to throw almost behind the runner, and Bryce DePriest with the long stretch right there. And boy, I tell you what, that guy was almost, I mean, if it had hit him, we could have had a situation where he was inside the line and could have made the runner at second go back, but I'm glad it happened how it did. A great play by Knox Pilgreen right there.
Terrence down at second base in scoring position for Colby Parker, who's 1 for 2. Single and a ground out to the first baseman. Zane Givens working on the mound here in the 5th.
Good pitch right there.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what Parker was doing, or Porter rather. I said Parker. Porter was doing. He looked like he'd swung after it was past him.
Well, it looked like it fooled him. That ball was up and then started coming down in the zone. I don't think it made it, but
0-1 the count. He lifts this one. It's slicing towards the line, and that's going to be a fair ball.
Great catch by
Treadway goes over and
gets. Let me tell you something. They had him playing very shallow, and that ball, not only was it down in the corner, but it was also tailing away to it. And I didn't think he was going to get to it. Not only get to it, he almost overran it. He was running so fast. Great play right there. Saves us a run, and now you got a really good batter up. Is this leadoff?
Yeah, we're at number 3, B.J. Brannon.
Okay. Who's also got some wheels, but now you got it where a ground ball, you can get out of this thing.
Brannon with a double and a ground out. This is a big lift for the Texas High Tigers. They can get out of this thing. Granted, it's not bases loaded like it was for Mount Pleasant, but trying to keep this a one-run game.
Porter's going to be a Texarkana Eagle.
Well, there you go. Pitch misses outside.
Yeah, I don't want him. Got a base open as well.
I think they're being very careful with B.J. Brannon.
I think it's a good idea.
Catcher Drew Cross, a cleanup man, is waiting on deck. There's Shaden Brannon more over to left as Reitners keep probably 3, 4, 5 steps over to left field. And that one misses inside. So went outside, inside, ball 2.
That one wasn't by much. I trust the old umpire.
Pretty good gap in right center if Brannon goes the other way.
Like we say, there's a base open.
Well, we're going to try to set up something as High comes sneaking in, but no throw to second base, and then that pitch misses a little inside, and Givens not happy with that call.
He goes to 60 pitches on the night. Thrown really, really well for the Tigers.
Trying to get out of the 5th. Here's the 3-0, and as you said, the obligatory take 3-0 pitch. And there's strike 1.
That's the one that even if you're pitching around him, that's the one you throw down the middle.
Yeah, that's right.
Just to see if you can get a bonehead play, but he wasn't going for it. Now I'm expecting if I'm them, I'm expecting a changeup, maybe down.
The 3-1.
That's a changeup.
He hit it hard. Treadway's going to have to hustle over.
I'll tell you what, it's good to have some wheels out there, and Treadway was on it. 2 of them in a row. Good job by Zane Givens. He's gotten through the 5th inning, and now the Tigers, Texas High Tigers, will come to bat in the bottom of the 5th when we come back, Chuck.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All righty, we're back. Texas High Mount Pleasant, play in game, win, advance, lose. Get ready for the summer.
Man, I'll tell you, that was a really, really, really big half inning for the Texas High Tigers right there to get they got the leadoff runner on with no outs, of course, and moved him over with one out and just had two chances to do some damage and get up 2 runs. And a game like this, you got to think 2 runs is a huge lead with the way these pitchers are pitching, and for Zane Givens to get 2 fly balls and Treadway to make 2 really, really great plays out in left field and leave that runner right on second base where he was really big for Texas High Tigers. But, hey, here's what you got to do is when that happens, you got to come back out here with the momentum, and you got to put a run on the board. You got to scratch.
Well, this is a big inning for Cortland Stovall as well. He's at 75 pitches through 5 innings. You wonder if you're Mount Pleasant, how efficient can he be? You want to get out of this in the 10 to 15 pitch range and give him about 30 for the 7th inning.
Yeah.
If you're the Texas High Tigers, you want to bleed some pitches out of him.
Yeah, and I've not seen anybody in either bullpen yet. I can't really see Texas Highs down there, but.
All right, here's Pilgreen. Knox has doubled and scored the only Tiger run. He's also flown out to center. A hard hit ball that center fielder Kobe Peters had to dive down to his knees to get. First pitch, ball 1. Pilgreen, Reitner, Yowell. 1, 2, 3 in the Texas High batting order. And it's 2-0. Cortland Stovall has struck out 6. He has hit. No, he didn't hit a batter, did he? No, he's walked 2. Oh, and he misses inside for ball 3. It's the same one that
I was fixing to say
Givens missed on.
Yep. 3-0. You giving Knox a green light here?
I am. John McClure does not. 3-1.
100%. 100%. I do like the take, though. Right there. Too close a game.
3-1. Swung out and fouled back. 3-2 now.
He didn't think he was going to get a fastball there, so he was late. But, boy, if he would have been geared up for that one, that would maybe a little miss by the pitcher.
Stovall trying to battle his way back from a 3-0 count.
Knox going to call a timeout. Regather himself.
Big pitch.
Oh,
fouls it back again.
He was on it, too. He was on it.
He just dipped under just a little bit, it looked like.
Yep, for sure.
So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes again.
It was a good spot, too.
See if they come in on him this time at 3-2. Nope, they went away and he fouled it off again.
Yeah.
That sounded funny coming off the bat.
Yeah, it was a good spoil of that pitch because I don't think he could have done anything with it. Although it did hang a little bit, it was a little bit outside. But Knox can cover half of that other batter's box. Just got to keep his head on it, do some damage right here.
3-2 again. Stovall shook off the first pitch, likes the second one. And this one's going to be a looping ball, and that'll drop into right field, and it scoots by the right fielder.
Stay on second. Hold up on second. Great job. Hey, was it Knox earlier, or was that Kemp? I think it was Knox that hit it a little bit too hard, and you said if he would have just eased up on that one. So maybe he heard you, Chuck, and he just eased up on that one, and it's going to be a single with a one-base error, wouldn't you call it right there, that ball? I don't know it.
I don't know if that's an error. That thing had so much spin on it.
Yeah, it did have a lot of
spin. I don't know
spin
that Bennett Wall could have done anything, even if he'd have sat and waited on it, because it kind of side-bounced on him.
They're expecting the bunt right here. I think that's exactly what I'm doing.
So Pilgreen on for the
third base.
On to second for a second time tonight. Reitner showing bunt, and it's a beauty. First baseman have only one play. That's to get Reitner, and that tying runs at third now.
And I think if he had it back, if he just could have put it down the third baseline, I think we got a runner safe at third and first. But whatever you got to do to get that runner over to third with one out, and you got number 3, 4, and 5 up, you got to like your chances. But let me tell you what I'm doing. I am bunting 100% right here.
Well, the Mount Pleasant Tigers think you're going to bunt anyway, and in come their infield. They're all in on the dirt except the shortstop. This one fouled straight back.
Straight back. He was on it, Chuck.
You know, I don't know that I don't put Yowell on first base if I'm Mount Pleasant. You know?
Yeah.
He's just so hot with the bat. I've struck out the next 2 batters both times up. Yowell's 2 for 2 against me.
We got Xavier Turner in the on deck circle, so he's gonna come in and bat for is it Jacob High?
Jacob High.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Zabrie's a contact hitter.
And I know coaches don't like to walk a guy and put the go-ahead run on base, but this just feels like Yowell's just killing Stovall. And there it is.
There it is. Oh. Yeah, he's in. Go Knox. Go Knox.
Base hit. And there's the tie.
Man, I'll tell you, that was almost a fatal error because Knox took off running and then was going to have to go back. If that guy makes that catch, we don't get a run. But you know what? Karma.
Well,
everything comes around that goes around, and now it's a 2-2 game. Xavier Turner is going to bat for Jacob High. I wonder if we got anybody that can run for Jake, because you got to think this is the inning right here. You got one out, and Jacob Yowell on first. Might be a good time to put in a pinch runner.
Yeah, Xavier hitting 360 on the year. He's got 5 doubles. Boy, I tell you what, Tommy Stewart's going to go back and look at this if his team loses and think I should not have pitched to Yowell.
Yeah,
I should have put him on first.
You called it.
And they're going to get a runner in.
There we go. We're gonna put that's number 18, I believe.
That's Aiden Morris.
Yeah, Aiden Morris. He came in and ran the other night. Well, Zabry, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe one more bunt right here.
Yep. Zabry batting from the right side, but. Big decision not to walk a red-hot Yowell.
Yep, I'm telling you.
And he made him pay for it.
That momentum I talked about, that last half inning, they've come out and scratched exactly what they needed to do.
No bunt, fastball up high. We're coming up on 90 pitches. We said if he could get out of the inning in about 15, and that's not going to happen. He won't be available, you would think, in the 7th, the way this is going.
Turner's a good kid, and he comes in hot when he comes in. Ball back.
The throw over to first is Aiden Morris dives back in there. Got a pinch runner, got a pinch hitter in a pinch. Fastball strike.
Good pitch right there.
Yeah.
Good take, good pitch. I like both of them right there.
They win heat the first 2 deliveries to Zabry.
I don't think Texas High is going to run. His catcher's really, really good, and you got a left on the mound. If they do run, it's going to be first movement. But, just pulled his head right there.
Mm-hmm. Swinging strike, and it's 1-2. Inning started with a double by Knox Pilgreen. Reitner bunted him into third base, and Yowell drove him in.
Good job. Good take right there. Has Knox scored both runs for the Tigers tonight?
He has.
Ball in play. Ball in play is what Turner's trying. Back. Good. It's a great time to pick.
2-2 the count on Zabry Turner.
I hear the AD down the line. Wanted a balk call right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Steps off. We have Mr. Renner right beside me. He comes to a lot of Texas High events. Good principle for the Tigers.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Stovall's pitch. Well, did he go or not? Oh! It sure looked like Zabry committed that swing, but the first base umpire said no.
Now we got a 3-2 count. He's going right here. He's swinging right here.
And he's going to hit this into right. And runners are at the corners for the Tigers. How about
Great job, Turner. Hey, Chuck, that kid all year long, he started some, he's not started some, but man, I'll tell you what, nobody with a smile down there, and to come in a game that's do or die with everything on the line and get that hit and maybe chase this pitcher right here. Great job, Zay.
They're coming in to talk again with the infield. 93 pitches now for Cortland Stovall. Well, I'll tell you what, how fast does this turn? That little 2-2 pitch looked like he swung, and he gets new life by just that one at bat.
Hey, I'll tell you what, don't talk a whole lot about Coach Minnie down there at first base, but I probably would have sent him, and that throw that guy came up, that guy would have had him shot. So shout out to Coach Minnie, because Coach Lavender would have gotten an out right there at second base. And but here's the deal right here. Man, this is a great time to bunt. I don't know about 15 in the box and bunting, because he can do some damage with his bat, but you got you got Zay Turner at first base, and the last thing you want is a double play. But the infield is playing in. Oh, no, they're going to play them back in the middle, so they do have a chance at a double play. So I'm probably bunting right here. Bunting down the first baseline.
This one by Kreiner off the gear of the catcher, and it looked like the home plate umpire. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. But those at-bats don't matter. This one matters a great deal.
It's a great time to pick right here. Watch the first base. It's a great time for a left-hander to pick right here.
Not a big lead by Turner. Showing bunt, he bunts it foul, and now it's 0-2.
He called it, and I love the call, because if he puts that down, it may give up an out, but it's going to get a run for sure, and that's what you're looking for. Now you got to do a job. Now Kreiner just has to do a job, make contact.
DePriest on deck. 2-2 game. One out here in the fifth. Swing and a miss. He's down for the third time tonight. And there's 2 away, and it'll be up to DePriest.
DePriest with a single his last time up. He wants to put one in the outfield gap right here. Here's the thing. He puts one in the gap, it's going to score 2, because Zay's got some wheels.
We don't need 2, only need 1 right now.
That's right.
2-2 game. That runner at third, huge.
Don't need 2, but we would take 3. How about that?
How about that?
Come on, Chief.
DePriest struck out, singled. Got stranded at third. High fastball, ball 1. Ball 2.
We've got a listener all the way from Cambridge, John Thomas Barwitz, listening in, watching us. He's watching his buddy Chief, rooting for Bryce DePriest to get a single right here.
Any way you can get on base, you need to get on.
Yeah.
2-0 the count.
Can't afford to bounce one in the dirt either. Oh. That was it. That was the one he wanted. Just kind of pulled out on it.
Yeah, he was trying to jack that. He's looking for those cars over the right field wall. 2-1 the count now. Just ticks that one. Got an awkward swing.
Yeah, that's it almost did the exact same thing on that single earlier.
Stovall back in the count. He just threw his 100th pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and third for the Tigers. Way high.
Been a good pitch to run on.
That wasn't even close.
They'll run this time. Make sure, if you're Zay Turner, because this is the time to pick off, make sure. That's what Coach Minnie's telling him over. You make sure he goes home.
And he got out of the inning. He has to strike out 2 batters to end the 5th, but the Tigers tie this thing up. 1 run. There were 3 hits. No errors and 2 men left on base. Tigers have left 5 on the last 2 innings. We're going to go to the 6th, tied up at 2 here on game day.
My name is Doug Willett. I own M&M Tire and Auto Center. We've been here for over 40 years. We're just a mom and pop place. We service any type of vehicle that you can think of. We do front end alignments. We've got the best front end alignment machine guys here, and we also do AC work for the new Freon, which is the 1234 FY. We do that too. Plus tires. Now that's the major thing. Cooper Tire employees, we're really special with them. We give you 15% off, plus also you get your Goodyear employee refunds back on your tires, which is great for you. Extra value is what you get when you buy from Doug Willett. Don't worry, my guys will take care of you too.
All righty. Well, there's 2 innings left in the season for somebody unless we go extra innings. 2-2 ball game, Mount Pleasant and Texas High. Looking for the last spot in 10-5A. Winner gets Melissa.
I don't have anything to do till 8 o'clock in the morning. We can go as long as we need to, as long as we win.
No, I don't think I'm done with that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I want to do that.
Fair enough.
Not till 8 in the morning.
Okay. You working tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm working tomorrow.
All right, just checking.
Yeah. I got a show to do tomorrow night too.
Oh, I don't. Not till the next night.
Right. All right, here we go. It'll be Drew Cross, Bennett Wall, Nate Capato facing Zane Givens. He had a long sit.
Curveball. That's the first curveball I've seen him throw in a long time.
Yeah, he had a long time to sit and rest. He's only thrown 63 pitches now.
Yep.
And you talk about the 100, he's 40 pitches behind Cortland Stovall. Drew Cross, sacrifice fly, and a single and scored what at the time was the go-ahead run.
2 curveballs in a row.
That second one, not so much. He bounced that one in there about 59 feet. 1-1 the count now. Tigers to Priest at first, High at second, Yowell at short. Over at third. Oh, pitch inside. Of course, is Pilgrim. Treadway in left, Reitner in center, Carson in right.
You got a 2-1 count, Chuck?
And Rafe Ross, yeah.
Okay.
Rafe Ross behind the plate. And Zane Givens has gone the whole way for the Tigers as we're playing in the top of the 6th. These are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and now the count's 3-1. And
3 curveballs to 1 batter. I have not seen him throw. I don't.
Yeah, that's a scouting report thing, you think. Somebody's been watching him.
You're exactly right.
And they waited until this at bat for Cross.
Good pitch right there.
Yeah. I don't know, that didn't look like a changeup. 3-2 the count now. Just know they have not thrown much of the 1
to this guy.
Drew Cross. And they missed it again, bounced in again.
Here's the thing, the fastballs that he threw him, he overthrew him. And because of it, he balanced that one. Maybe he was saying, I'll give you first. I don't want to give you second or third. But, man, have all that momentum and give a base up. He walked him the last time? Is that the catcher?
That was the catcher, and he singled the last time.
Singled last time, okay.
Here's Bennett Wall. Wall got hit by a pitch last time.
Let's see if Mount Pleasant does what they've done, getting the leadoff runner on.
Well, last time they didn't do anything. He got stuck at second base.
Well, but they bunted him over.
Right. But that's as far as he went. Treadway eliminated everything else. So with nobody out top of the 6th, go-ahead run sitting at first base. And they show bunt, and
I'm telling you, that was almost a drag bunt. He didn't get it out there, and I think coach is like, hey, we just want you to move him over.
Mm-hmm. You're not trying to get on.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get your teammate in scoring position.
That wasn't a good attempt. I'll tell you, a lot of times later on in the night, like it is, that get a dew on that field, and people will slip coming to get that bunt.
This is a bunt. Good one. Third base side. Givens with the fielding. Oh, very close.
That was really, really close.
Wall sacrifice bunts, but boy, I'll tell you what, on the replay, that may look closer than you think.
Yeah, and the first base coach is getting in his ear down there, and he didn't get upset and jump on him or anything. He did it, the official way that you want to do it. So he's just kind of talking to him, and he's saying, "We want the next one."
Yeah, I think you missed that one, Blue.
Yeah.
For the Tigers of Texas, I will take that.
Yep. One out runner at second.
Capoto up now. He has flown out to center and singled. Well, Pleasant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
Took a little bit too much time, so he's going to call timeout.
Texas High's got 7 hits, 3 of those, Jacob Yowell. Again, a long time for Givens.
He's laboring. Great job by Rafe right there.
Rafe got a little lucky. He kind of side grabbed that ball instead of sliding all the way in front of it.
Now, you said it earlier in the broadcast, is he's only started 2 games this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's going deep into this one.
Here's the 1-0.
And he went into the 8th for the Tigers against White House in a really, really good game. But you could tell he was laboring, and that's what I've seen this at bat for sure so far.
72 pitches. He's got 1 out here in the 6th. Of course, Tigers got to be careful. You win, and of course that's the first objective is winning. Right. But you got to have some pitchers ready to go, and they're sending somebody down to the bullpen now. Fastball, that one's right letter high.
Yeah, it was a good take, but it was in the zone. It was just at the top of the zone, and it's not something that you want to swing at right there. But
that's a pop-up waiting to happen.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
2-1 the count now. A long look in. Givens has slowed this game down here in the 6th. That one almost got him. I did get him. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Well, did it. He threw the bat like he got hit. Instead, it's 3-1. That thing ran in on him. And earlier we saw Bennett Wall get hit almost the same place.
Yeah. He may have hit some of the hairs on his arm. He may have.
No, he didn't sell. I think he thought it was ball 4.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Umpire said, no, it was only 3. 3-1. And this one's going to be strike 2 as he fouls it back.
He was trying to end the game right there with that swing.
Well, if we're going to end the game in the 6th.
Well, I mean, just telling you what he was trying to do.
They're trying to hit a 12-run homer if he's doing that.
Yeah. Or 11.
Or 10. 10 get his own.
That's right.
All right, 3-2 again. Givens checking that runner. Ground ball. This is going to move the runner to third. Yowell again, double clutches. Did he pull him off?
Yeah.
Oh!
At
first base. Called him out. First base coach who he thought a minute ago was lobbying to get the next call.
Let's see. He's fixing to.
Didn't get it.
Here's the thing. You got 3 other umpires, and they will appeal, and I think they will win the appeal because here's what's. I don't know. I think the home plate umpire is the only other one that watches down that line.
Yeah,
and I think that's where he's going to appeal to.
Yeah,
he's going to call them all in.
Yeah, third base is out of the play.
Yeah,
second base is behind the play.
The runner. There was a runner going to third as well, so I don't know.
Well,
Man, it's a big call. I don't think he was out, but here's the thing. Nothing matters if the guy at home plate wasn't looking down the line.
Right. Well, we thought maybe the Mount Pleasant first base coach lobbied after the last call, and apparently he didn't lobby hard enough. You said he was professional about it, didn't yell. Maybe you need to yell, and they're going to say he was off the bag. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought DePriest got pulled off the bag. Yowell juggled that ball, and his throw pulled Bryce off the bag, and now runners are at the corners.
Yeah, and John McClure is going to call a timeout and go visit the pitcher, I believe.
Now, he wants to talk to the umpire next. Like, you called him out. Now tell me.
No, he's saying, tell me who overruled you. And he said the home plate umpire, and now John's going to talk to the home plate umpire.
Yeah, he's not going to talk to Zane yet. He's wanting to know what the heck's going on here. Because you had me with 2 outs. Now all of a sudden you don't.
Here's my deal, and I have not been at this stature of umpiring or anything, but okay, if the home plate umpire saw him pulled off the bag, and they go and they conference, how long should that take him to say he was pulled off the bag?
I don't know.
I mean, if they say, did any of you see the guy off the bag? And he said, yeah, I saw him off the bag. And you say, okay, he's safe. Why does it take 60 seconds? That's what I don't understand. I mean, if you make the call, if you see the call, it's the call. Hey, it's the right call.
Right.
I think he was pulled off the bag. There's no doubt. But I'm saying, you're giving everybody a chance to say, well, if you didn't see it, or if you saw it, and he appeals it to you, you say, yes, I saw him come off the bag. Right. He's safe. Yeah, let's turn around. Let's go on about our business. But there's 4 of them, and there's 4 of them. Now, if there were just 2 of them, the same call would have been made because he would have been looking down the first base line. But,
and whether you like it or not, depending on which Tiger team you're rooting for, you got to give a little credit. The umpires got together.
Absolutely.
The goal here is at the end of this day is you want them to get it right.
That's right.
You want whether Bryce was on the bag or off the bag, you want the officials to get the call right.
I agree.
That's why they're out there.
I agree.
And so we may not like it as Texas High fans, but if it's the right call, then you go, you know what? They did the machining, the machinations of this right, and they got the call that was potentially the correct call. Again, I haven't seen the replay, so I don't know.
I'm bunting because I'm not risking a double play ball.
All right, well, it's Diego Lozano up now. Lozano has popped out and reached on a fielder's choice. Runners at the corners.
Got a first-third situation. It's a big-time play. Ray Frost has already thrown someone out tonight.
Tigers at the middle infield back at double play depth. And pitch comes in on Lozano for ball 1.
And here's the thing I think they're going to see. Zane is having a high leg kick here. You got to slide step home right here. You can't give that runner a chance to get to second base.
Ball 2, and it won't matter. It's going to bounce all the way back to the screen. Coming in from third to score is Cross. It's actually, I think that was their runner, Hayden.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, Hayden Hester came in to score.
And now Coach McClure will go out.
And that'll be all.
Yep, that'll be all for him. Probably, I don't know if Chandler's down there warming up. Or
they had a guy down there warming. I never saw who the number was. Because we're blocked by the Tiger first base dugout.
Looks like maybe.
But they had somebody in there warming up.
That'll be, looks like Hayden Phelps maybe. Yeah, because he's limping out there.
Yep. So they give a good hand to Zane Gibbons, who really pitched well. He ended up going 5 1/3 innings. At the moment, 3 runs are going to be credited to him. 6 hits. He struck out just 1 batter. That was the first batter of the ball game. And walked just 1, and that was the leadoff man in this inning. He also hit 1 batter. So his book stays open because he is responsible for the runner at second base. But Hayden Phelps comes in. Phelps 0-2 this year, 17 innings, 10 of them, well, actually 8 of them in relief. 21 hits, 16 runs, 11 earned, 7 walks, 11 strikeouts. He's hit 8 batters.
Yep.
And has a 4.5 earned run average.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he's eaten up some innings for the Tigers, done a really good job in relief, and but yet another guy that's out there with a one ACL, and you could tell he's limping out there with a big brace on, and wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of bunt or something like that. But he's got a killer curveball and a really good pitcher for the Tigers all year long.
Well, he's going to be asked to inherit a 2-0 count, a runner at second, and Texas High trailing 3-2 now.
This is a huge part of the game.
Well, and we're going to have a second huge part coming up in the Tigers' half of the inning because there's not many pitches left in the arm of Mr. Stovall.
Yeah,
they're going to have to make a decision about where they're going next.
And you got to think the Texas High Tigers know that and probably going to try to get deep in the count on him at least that first batter or two.
Well, he's already at 102. You don't have to go far at all.
Well, you're not going to swing the first pitch.
No, it's true. Yeah, you want to get as many batters as possible facing somebody else. Although, to be honest with you, Stovall's labored the last 2 innings. He hadn't walked anybody through the first 4, and then all of a sudden, 3 walks in the last 2 innings. So he's probably running on fumes as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, well, brand new pitcher. It was about 75 pitches that Zane Givens gave the Tigers tonight, and he got him into the 6th inning, just couldn't get out of the inning. A walk, a sacrifice bunt, and then a wild pitch and an error on Yowell has put us in a position where there's 1 away, a runner at second base, and a 2-0 count on Diego Lozano. And now it's 3-0.
And although Zabry Turner does play second base a lot for the Tigers, he is out of the game because Jacob High has come back in.
Right.
Remained in the game.
Here's the taking all the way 3-0 pitch coming. And there's ball 4.
Wow, great job by Ray Frost because that ball was so far off.
So you credit that to Givens, who just picked up his second walk. He had the 2-0 count. And now it's Chris Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2, fly out and a ground out. Mount Pleasant Tigers trying to get themselves a little breathing room. Texas High Tigers trying to get out of this 6th inning jam.
Good pitch right there.
That's a good-looking breaking ball for strike 1. Johnson followed that ball in, but did not commit on the swing. Hayden Phelps in relief.
He is.
Yeah, he's laboring.
He's pulling off. He is completely pulling off the left side, and it's causing that curveball to go down in the dirt and bounce. Good to see Coach McClure's pop up here.
Phelps, one of 11 seniors on this Tiger team. And he'll step off. Runner at second bothering him a little bit. That's Capato.
I don't like to see that. A little mental game.
3-2, Mount Pleasant leading. 1-1 count. Way off again. Boy, I tell you what, he's making Ray Frost work an awful lot back there.
He is completely not going. A good job by Rafe.
Yep.
Rafe, a senior catcher, been doing it a long time. He sees what's going on. He's going to go out to see him. Need to just tell him to stay down the line because he is pulling way off.
And home plate umpire's not giving him much time.
No.
He wants to go get this game going.
Yeah.
Hayden kind of falling off the mound first base side. That's why we're seeing all these pitches blowing out wide and really short and wide.
Mm-hmm. Boy, Texas High needs a ground ball right here. If they could get a ground ball and get out of this down 1 run, they can maybe get the momentum back. But Mount Pleasant has turned the momentum in this half inning for sure.
7, 8, 9 due up for Texas High in the bottom of the inning. 3-1 to count.
I mean, those balls aren't
2-1
even
to count.
close.
Now 3-1. Now he's bouncing in again.
Yeah. I mean, it's bouncing either 2 feet in front of the plate or in the left-handed batter's box. They've got another one down there, been warming up, getting ready fast down there.
Yeah. This will be the last batter, you think.
Yeah.
Nope, missed again.
Yeah,
Ball 4.
He's going. Coach McClure's going to go see him, and I'm going to think it's probably Chandler or Eli Shelley, Chandler Williamson or Eli Shelley, that'll come in. It looks like I see Chandler's head down there in the bullpen.
McClure's fast walking. Whether he's warm or not, John McClure was not wasting any time. He went in a hurry to go get him.
Yeah, you know, the only thing there, and Chandler's probably ready, but may have wanted to walk a little bit slower and give Chandler about 4 or 5 extra pitches, and that's not
it's
Chandler.
Schilling.
That's Schilling.
Yep.
Freshman.
Well, and the fast walk told me he had committed to it. He wasn't going to think about it. He was committed to I'm making the change, and he comes all the way out and gets him. So just a batter and 2 balls is all that Hayden Phelps gets. And now you get Kason Schilling. This is Schilling's 4th appearance of the year. He's only thrown 8 innings.
Well, and Chandler Williamson is maybe watching this because he's at home sick.
Oh, no.
So hate to see that, man. He's given a lot to the Tigers all year, and he's at home rooting that the freshman can come in and quieten the storm and the Tigers get a win so he can play some more baseball.
Well, let's do this. In 8 innings, Schilling's given up just 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at the future of the Tigers on the mound.
Yeah, no doubt. Really good kid that's come over and helped out. He's got a little curveball too, and just throws a lot of pitches, and he'll get. Here's the thing. There'll be a bat on the ball. He'll throw it over the plate, and there'll be a bat on the ball. But I'll tell you what, you're throwing a freshman into a hostile situation right here, and I like it that John McClure has said, "Hey, we believe in you, buddy." Nothing more shows that you believe in somebody than to throw them out there at this point in the game.
Now, these are your big boy pants you're wearing now.
Yep.
You may have been throwing a game against Tyler, but this is a different world right here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Keeping this game 3-2, 4-2 at worst, kind of feels like if I'm John McClure, if I get out of this and it's just 4-2, considering the fact that my first pitcher ran out of gas, my second pitcher couldn't find the strike zone, my third pitcher's a freshman. If I get out of this with just a 2-run deficit, I got to feel like I'm still in this game.
No question. No question.
And the Tigers, we know, rally. They are rallying fools this year.
No doubt. And they've done it behind about 5 or 6 runs against Mount Pleasant before. So
that's right.
You just got to play solid defense right here. Solid defense, because you're going to get some balls.
Well, first of all, we got to get some strikes.
That's right.
And an inning that has seen 3 bases on balls from Tiger pitchers. Not a base hit in this inning. 3 walks, a sacrifice bunt, and an error. And there's runners at first and second and third. Now, you got no margin now. Jaden Terrett, the number 9 hitter up. He has flown out to left and singled. Infield still at that double play depth. You kind of would feel like they're going to just try to cut off the run at home.
Yeah.
But they're playing a double play to get out of the inning. Corner infielders in. DePriest coming in more.
Oh, good pitch right down the middle with a little movement on it, too.
Yep. Strike 1. Left field coming in. Treadway going to try to cut off a base hit. Same thing with Carson.
Schilling with a little more gas than I remember, too. Maybe a little bit juiced up out there.
0-2 the count.
Yeah.
Top of the orders on deck for Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, what do you throw here? I'm throwing a fastball somewhere. I'm not risking bouncing it, but I'm not a pitch caller.
Here's the 0-2. Bounced it in, got through the catcher. 4th run coming in to score for Mount Pleasant on the wild pitch.
Yeah, that's a pass ball. That's not a wild pitch.
Well,
that's just right under the wickets.
Yeah.
That was a tough one right there.
And the problem with that is you don't really need the strikeout right here. I know you want it. You could play for the double play, or you could play for the outfield's coming in shallow. Now first base is open. The count's 1-2. And now the infield will come in for the Tigers. There's no double play possibility. Wild pitch scored 1 run in this inning. A pass ball scored the other one. Ground ball, first base. DePriest off his glove. They're not going to be able to make a play anywhere, and it's 5-2.
Yeah, the thing is, he's lefty, and he was having to He was having to backhand that ball on a bouncer, and it was going to be a bang-bang at the plate. And that's just one of those do-or-dies that you got to go through, and sometimes it gets in your gloves, sometimes it bounces off, but he played it correctly.
If it's normal depth, that's a ground out to first. You're playing in,
That's
though,
right.
trying to cut off the run, and that ball got onto Priest in a hurry.
Yep.
And the third run has come across in this inning. So runners still at the corners now. Johnson down at third, Tarrant at first. We're back to the top of the order. Dax Price. Ball one. Price has struck out, singled, and put down a sacrifice bunt.
Big inning for Mount Pleasant right here.
And they've done it with only one hit. And that one didn't leave the green part of the infield. Ball two. Fastball a little outside. Boy, he's got good pop, though.
Yeah.
He's got a nice live arm.
You know, that's exactly right. It's not one of those that's laboring, giving it 110%, you know, to throw at 82, 83. It's someone it's just under control, and it's just jumping out of his hand.
2 balls, no strikes. Ball three. That one just outside. Yep, here we go. Red light time.
Yeah. This is where I may give red light.
Number 2 hitter, Colby Porter, waiting on deck. Schilling's pitch. That one's
Good
there.
pitch.
Yep. All right, now we're back to green light. (5-2) Mount Pleasant, 3-run sixth.
Good time to run. Oh.
And he's going to lift this. Treadway's going to get way over. Now they're going to tag the runner. This is going to be not quite as close. Treadway's ball.
Oh, get him. Good job, Rafe.
And they got him. No, he got in there safe. Holy cow. So the runner at first strayed a little off. The runner at third tagged up and scored. That was Johnson to make it 6-2. Sacrifice fly, RBI for Dax Price. And now we may have, they had the appeal and apparently said no, he got in there safe.
Yeah, I think they were appealing where he left third
early.
too quick.
Yeah. Yeah, that ball was just hit far enough. Treadway just couldn't do much with it.
Yeah, he had some arm trouble he was dealing with earlier this year. It's a tough throw for him, and it's a tough throw for anybody.
Kind of like the ball that Cross hit in the first, had him backing up.
Yep.
Just couldn't really do much with it. So here's Porter now. Porter with a single and a run scored in the first, grounded out and flew out the other 2 times. 1-0 the count now. Mount Pleasant with 4 spot up here in the inning. Boy, runner at first looks like he wants to go. He starts to and then stops. Pitch high, ball 2.
Yeah, we have not picked off yet over there. It might be a...
Yeah, I don't know if you want the freshman worried about that as opposed to let's throw it over the plate. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the top of the 6th. Ball 3 way out. You hate this. You put this kid in a position where there's a lot of pressure on him, but I'm telling you, you ought to be encouraged seeing him because I think you got a guy that's going to be on the mound for the next 3 years.
Yeah, no doubt. And he played. He can play a lot of positions. He was starting at catcher earlier this year when Rafe was injured.
The 3-0, and you
pitch.
take all the way. 3-1. I know why they just don't go ahead and say it's 3-1.
Yeah,
just go ahead
no
and say
doubt.
it. It's just 3-1.
No doubt. It's 100% tonight
That's
so
right.
far. It was a big lead over at first.
And now it's 3-2 as he fouls it back to the screen.
Runner will be moving on the pitch right here.
Tigers going to have a little work to do when they come to the plate in the bottom of the inning. You don't need it all back, but you got to get probably some of it back. Here's the 3-2. Runner going,
and
swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. However, 8 come to the plate in inning number 6. Mount Pleasant picks up 4 runs in the inning on 1 hit. There was 1 error and a man left on. 6-2 the score. We'll come back for the bottom of the inning when we return here on Game Day.
Tired of banking fees and complicated accounts? With State Bank's My Free Checking Account, enjoy no minimum balance and 0 monthly fees. Get a free gift just for opening your checking account, because we believe banking should be rewarding. Great for personal accounts and businesses too.
All righty, welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning, Texas High now trailing 6-2. So let's set up the scenario. What's it going to take here? Cortland Stovall is going to come back out to start the 6th. He's got 8 pitches left in him, and then he's done. He will face Dean Carson, and then we'll see if he's got any pitches left for Austin Treadway and for Ray Frost.
Yeah, I think the Tigers, boy, their mission right here is to turn that lineup over, and if they can get a couple of runners on and get Knox Pilgrim and Yao back up, they'll feel like they've done something, and this would be a big inning to get back in it.
I have a feeling if Tommy Stewart gets runners on base against him and Yao's coming to the plate, you ain't pitching to Jacob Yao.
No doubt.
If you do again, then you don't deserve to go in the playoffs the way this is going.
You know, and I wasn't watching in their bullpen the last half inning while they were batting to see if they were warming someone up. But they're not warming anybody up right now, which leads me to believe that whoever's coming in to pitch is out on the field right now, because you got 8 pitches before you got to come off the mound.
Well, Dax Price has been the pitcher against Texas High twice this season already. And I would guess he's probably going to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting out in left field right now. All right, so it's Carson leading off. He has singled and walked. And he's ahead in the count 1-0. They're just trying to get as much out of Stovall as they can get.
That's up. Looks like no pinch hitters.
Nope.
For the 7th, 8th, and 9th batters for Texas High.
2-0 to count.
Yep. Going to slow it down and throw it down the middle.
Nope.
That's what he's trying to do. He's just trying to guide it and throw a strike now. You are definitely going to see a take here.
And you may see a ball this time.
You may see 2 takes.
He doesn't look like he's got the zone at all here in the 6th. Nope, missed it badly. Boy, I tell you what, I said he was starting to walk batters, and that's going to be all she wrote, I have a feeling. That's it. He's got 106 pitches. He can start and finish the next batter.
Yep.
But I don't know that if I'm Mount Pleasant, I want him.
Well, he can start and finish several batters in a row if he wants to, as long as he throws 1 or 2 pitches against them. But I think they're taking the ball from him. He's pitched a good game, and now they're bringing someone off the bench to go out to, looks like, center field.
Yeah, let's see. We got all kinds of movement. Looks like maybe Bennett Wall, the right fielder, is coming in.
That's who it is.
Wall pitched just a 1/3 of an inning against the Tigers in the 2nd game, so he has pitched a little bit against Texas High. But for Cortland Stovall, he goes 5 complete innings.
He's a righty.
But walks got to him in the last 3 innings. He walked 2 in the 4th. He walked this one here to lead off the 5th, or 6th rather, and gave up 3 hits in the 5th. So the last 3 innings, he's put base runners on. Tigers just have really not been able to capitalize on it, getting just 1 run in those innings so far.
He looks like a flamethrower, coming out throwing some fastballs. None of them have crossed the dish yet, but Treadway likes a good fastball for sure. But I think we're down 3 runs in the 6th. I don't think we're in position to be bunting runners over. I think if you call a bunt here, you're bunting for a hit. You see something in the infield, or you see something that you don't like or that you do like, that you can get it down and get everybody safe.
Yeah, you can't give away outs now. You're down to the last 6. So the numbers on Cortland Stovall, 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, although he is responsible for the runner on first. 7 hits, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 balks. He cannot be the loser tonight. He can only be the winner unless the Tigers rally back and hang the loss on somebody else.
Yeah, this guy's got a little curveball, but it's a late breaking curveball, just kind of sharp at the end. That's the kind I like to hit.
So Bennett Wall comes in from right field. They will go from a lefty to a right-hander, and he'll face Treadway and Ross, the bottom part of the order. And now the goal for the Tigers is to try to have at least 2 guys on before Pilgrim comes up.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going to happen once this gets live, but he almost is doing exactly with his fastball what Phelps came in doing. He's pulling off with his left leg and kind of spiking that fastball, but a lot of people can do that in warm-ups and get it right. But here we go. Treadway's up with a runner on, no outs.
Deion Carson on base all 3 times tonight. Walk, and a base hit. There's Treadway. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out and a base on balls, and there's ball 1.
Every now and then, John McClure is a take till you get a strike in late situations like this, seeing a guy throw a bunch of balls.
Yeah, there is one. Waist-high fastball, and it's a ball and a strike. The 3 walks Stovall handed out were all to number 7 and 8 hitters, which will drive coaches crazy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Walls pitched.
Oh.
Fouled straight back. Boy, Treadway was on it.
Golly.
He just got a little bit underneath it.
Just missed the center of it. Came right back towards us.
1-2 the count now. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th.
Ball's out.
2-2. At the moment, I'm not getting that Bennett's throwing anything remarkable.
No.
He didn't look like he's got a real. Of course, he's only thrown 3 or 4 pitches now. Doesn't look dynamic though.
Yeah.
Missed down low, lost the cap, and now it's a full count.
A lot of drummers down here. We got a new head man at Texas High. Be leading all the drums in all of them, Mr. Bass Deese.
Well, I taught him back in the day.
Yeah. His dad was the leader of it all at one point.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here we go.
Ball's That ball was out, boy.
And there's out number 1, and that's a big one. Ray Frost got a bat. Struck out looking, grounded out to short. His objective is avoid the double play. Ball 1. Bennett Wall's got hair trouble. He's got the opposite of the trouble we've got. He can't keep his in the cap. I can't keep mine on my head. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball hit foul.
That looked like it was where Treadway's last pitch was, which was off the plate.
1-1 the count. On deck, top of the order, Knox Pilgrim. He of the 2 doubles tonight.
Big at bat right here for Rafe. Good.
Yeah, it feels like Wall's arm's starting to loosen up a little bit. He's got a little bit more velocity on that one. 2-1 the count.
The harder they throw it, though, the harder you can hit it. Just got to get the bat on it. Find a gap.
2-1 pitch.
Oh. That's the same pitch.
Yeah, I knew you were going there.
That is the same pitch.
3-1 the count. Well, we said the objective was don't get it hit into a double play. If Ray Ross gets on, Treadway coming up, a Pilgrim coming up, this game has the ability to turn in a hurry. 3 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball, 3-2.
Took a cut at it, and it was right down the middle. He was early on it. Geared up on a fastball.
Well, you better expect another one.
Yep. Maybe a good one to run on.
Popped it foul. We'll do it again.
I like it. Coach Stanford gets that one, hands it to the kids.
No, you ought to get a snow cone for that.
He would. He can buy his own snow cones down there, Coach Stanford can.
You can buy one up here.
I don't know. It may be past their bedtime. No, they're still selling stuff back there.
Yeah, they'd be losing money if they close up early.
Yeah.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh.
Good at bat, Ray Frost.
They tried to go with a
Good at
slider and just lost it. That's a weird place to be throwing that one. He hadn't thrown one really yet.
Now you don't want to pump some fastballs in there to number 9. That's for sure. We're going to get Ray Frost is going to have a courtesy runner, number 21.
Jakarin Hendricks. Kendricks, rather, coming in. Jakarin Kendricks running. So we got a little more speed on the bases. Still 6-2 ball game. But with 1 away here in the 6th, Knox Pilgreen, 2 for 3. He's hit all 3 balls into the outfield. 2 of them he hit really hard. One was a double, one was a line out. The other one he didn't hit very hard. That got to be a double.
Had a good year for the Tigers all year. Good. Yep, they're setting up outside and off the plate. They're not going to give him anything good, but you don't want to put him on either. Cam Reitner coming up.
More importantly, Yowell's waiting in the shadows. Here's the 1-0. That's a good one.
Yep,
1-1.
that's a good pitch. Good pitch on the outside corner.
Bennett Wall's starting to get a little enthusiasm.
Yeah. Looked like he almost didn't come set right there.
A little adrenaline pumping.
That ball's up. 2-1 to Knox.
2-1.
You don't want to get behind either. If you get behind, you can't just pump something down the middle. Knox will gear up on it.
I don't think Wall liked that call from home plate.
Cam Reitner over here on deck getting some love from Coach Williams.
Here's the 2-1. Down ball, third. Short hop, can't handle it. Everybody's safe.
Out of way. Sometimes Chuck Zach pressure busts pipes and makes water run uphill, but sometimes it'll make you drop that ball when it all looks so easy.
Did you say make water run uphill?
Yeah, that's what pressure does, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I learned that in some class. It was over at Arkansas High, but I did learn it.
My water all runs downhill,
Does
man.
I know, but not if there's pressure. Make that sucker just absolutely turn and run uphill.
There's some right now. Bases are loaded.
It also make that collar get tight on a pitcher that's come in and you got bases loaded.
Yeah, Nate Capado had a ball. He was only going to get one out, but he couldn't find it.
Cam Reitner gets a bug to the eye and says, hold on, let's start this thing over. We ain't doing it. I mean, I'm good. My Swiss Army knife ain't got a
But not one eye good.
Catcher.
I got to have 2 eyes.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Fastball. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What are you saying? Get the heck out of here. Grand salami. We've got a game. No, sir. Woo! Where's Cedric Harris? Cedric said, I taught that sucker that swing for that moment right there. He may be a junior, Chuck Zach, but he came to play tonight. 6-5, Texas High. 1 out.
6-6.
6-6. Well, somewhere around there. Woo! I told you if we could just turn that lineup over.
All right, so Reitner picks up his 5th RBI of the night.
Oh, my goodness.
First pitch he sees, once he got rid of Herbie the Love Bug in his eye, he hit himself dead pull over the right field wall, and we got a brand new game with nobody out, well, excuse me, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, and Yowell up. And how about another one for Yowell?
Oh, great play by the third baseman.
Capoto's got to make the throw, and he does, and there's out number 2 in the inning.
He came back and made a heck of a play right there because that ball looked like it was finding the gap. And hard hit ball. And now Jacob High comes up, hadn't done anything all night, and he has the power to do exactly what Cam does. But Cam turned on that pitch and sent it out there toward those. I know you don't want to park out there in right field, believe me. And woo.
All right, here is Jacob High back into the game. He's 0 for 2. Xavier Turner hit for him in the 5th inning. He got a single. Cardiac Cats.
Woo.
6-6 game. This one's lifted foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bennett Wall, he said that Stovall couldn't take the loss. Well, he can't get the win now either. Ooh, pitch way up high.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike. Boy, Reitner got the pitch he was looking for and just tattooed it.
High inside fastball, and he turned on it. Is obviously exactly what he was looking for, and it was a no-doubter. He knew before he took that second step out of the batter's box that ball was gone.
That's Mr. Reitner.
Mr. Reitner, yeah. Listen, it's whatever. Jacob stays inside of it.
And that'll end the inning. The inning comes to an end, but the Tigers tie this thing up 4 runs. They only got 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one.
Grand salami.
Home run by Cam Reitner, and we're going to go to the 7th, tied at 6 here on Game Day.
Hi, I'm Jay Strickland, 2nd generation master electrician. This is our team here at Livewire Electrical Services. Your safety is our top priority. That's why with every service call, we do a visual safety inspection for our customers, because small things can turn into big problems if left unchecked. We also offer a Safety and Savings membership plan, which gives you priority booking service, discounts, and an annual safety inspection of your home to make sure your home is protected year-round. We're proud to have been voted Best Electrician in Texarkana for the last 3 years by the Reader's Vault magazine. We have a 4.9 Google rating with over 270 5-star reviews because Texarkana trusts us to get the job done right. So give us a call today and experience the difference, because your home safety starts with us.
We welcome you back. If you've got any plans to go to bed, you got to stay a little bit longer because this is not even close to over. 6-6 ball game, and the Tigers are going to their 4th pitcher of the evening. That is Cam Reitner.
I'm good till 8 a.m. I told you I'm good till he hit a grand slam and won the spot onto the mound. They said you can't get back on the mound without tying the game back up.
Well, he did that, and so let's tip the cap to Mr. Schilling, though.
I was going to say, no doubt, came in and did his job throwing strikes, and because of it, here we are.
All right, so it's a brand new ball game. 6-6 game. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming. 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming to the plate for Mount Pleasant. B.J. Brannon, Drew Cross, and Bennett Wall. Now the Mount Pleasant Tigers have not trailed in this game yet. Wow. They led 1-0.
Yeah.
It was tied 1-1. They got out 6-1. Well, actually, 2-1, then 2-2. They scored 4 in their half of the 6. We matched them with 4 more in the home half of the 6.
I mean, it's just a seesaw. It just keeps going back and forth. It's just who's gonna score that last one.
Well, the advantage at the moment, we're at the they're at their 3, 4, 5. We're going to be at our 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
So they're a little bit more advantageous where they are in the lineup, but they got to hit Cam Reitner.
It's like those 2 words that you say, Game 7.
Yeah.
Well, inning 7 in this deal.
Reitner with a 3-1 record. This is his 7th appearance of the year. He's given up 12 hits in 17 innings, 11 runs, 9 earned, 9 walks, 19 strikeouts, with an earned run average of 3.63.
I tell you, you probably got to slow his heart rate down just a little bit after that.
He Misses on the first one. That one ground ball. Yowell backhanding in the hole. Long throw on the money for the out.
Not only Yowell, but Bryce DePriest with the stretch, and Yowell on one ACL backhands it in the hole and throws it on a rope over to Bryce DePriest at first to get the leadoff runner with wheels. Man, that was a heck of a play right there.
Yowell doesn't need but one ACL as long as he's got that arm.
No doubt. He's doing a little.
He's stretching it.
Yeah, he's stretching that ACL deal. I didn't.
They're not connected.
Okay. You can still get a cramp in that.
Yeah. All right, one away. Here's Drew Cross.
I don't have that many. Never mind.
Cross with a single, a walk, and a sac fly. And there's ball one.
Cam's another one's got a sneaky fastball and get in on you really quick.
That's a big first out. Getting Brandon out was a big deal.
Is this a catcher?
This is.
Been on base the last 2 times for sure.
This one's straight back, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Cam elevated that fastball a little bit, and good to get away with that because 4 was looking to do some damage right there.
Reitner, not a lot of relief appearances. This is just his 3rd of the year. But they're going to ask him to come in here and keep this thing 6-6.
Oh, good pitch right there.
He went changeup.
Yeah, right after the fastball changeup, and that was tough.
That's filthy stuff right there.
Yeah, and you couldn't wait around till strike 3 on this one because if you pumped another fastball in there to him, he may do some damage with it.
1-2 now.
Got to think he'll try to waste one right here.
Cross going the other way, but it slices out of play.
Yeah, they asked for that one high, and he didn't get it up high enough.
So still 1-2. Been a good ball game.
Oh, man.
Really has been. You're trying to get into the playoffs. That's what's going on here.
Playoffs?
These teams tied for the 4th spot.
Oh, it must have been low.
It was.
I thought it hooked in right to him, and
winner gets Melissa this weekend.
some bullpen action for Mount Pleasant Tigers down there.
All hands on deck now. You gotta hold the line. This one popped up. It's coming towards the stands.
It's out of play. Looks like Zabry Turner's going to try to get that out of the ballpark.
With his cap.
Yeah, he's out of the game, so he's over there chasing foul balls and doing everything he can to help the team.
Yeah, he's in uniform. That should count.
No, he was the big one that came in.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, it should count if he catches it. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. He's in his uniform.
Hit him on the head and come back in and we catch it.
It would be like banana ball. You catch it in foul territory, that's an out.
There you go.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ooh, slam to center. Cam, whoa, overrun. It's going all the way to the wall in center. And they'll pull up at second base with a 2-out double. There's the problem of pulling Reitner out of center field. You got to put somebody else in center field. And Drew Cross ends up at second base.
Yeah, just kind of overran it and had to turn and wasn't able to touch it. And that's one he'd like to have back out there. I think is that Carson?
Yeah.
Dion.
They moved him from right to center.
Yep, but still 1 out. If you're Cam, you just need to calm down, get a ground ball, get an out right here.
Yeah, Caden Kreiner's moved into right field now. And you could say, well, you're an outfielder. Why don't you see that? It's different. You're seeing it different coming from center than you are from the corner fielders.
And that was a tough one too. It was really had some backspin on it.
And Jacob High showing his unhappiness at that ball that was just thrown high at second base. Like, whoa, wait, wasn't that a strike? Reitner coming back. That's definitely a ball down low. Go-ahead runs at second. Now, in the past, they've pulled him out and brought in Hayden Hester. I'm assuming that's who's out there again at second base for the Mount Pleasant Tigers.
Looks like to me.
And number 3, you got better eyes and younger than mine are.
No, I don't. I got younger, but not better. Ooh, good pitch right there.
Wow, ball 3.
3-0. You don't lose a whole lot if you walk this guy because it brings in the double play ball for sure.
course, this is Bennett Wall at the plate.
Yeah,
who was the right fielder, now the pitcher.
It's a strike.
He takes one up high for strike one. Nate Caputo, the third baseman's on deck. One out, top of the seventh. Tie game at 6. And that's ball 4. Well, it sets the double play back up. So there's that.
Never know on a bunt here. I know I'm a small ball guy, but you got a left-handed pitcher. You got runners running from second to third. I'm probably putting that ball down.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm not risking a double play right here.
Boy, you hate to give away an out.
Yeah.
With this part in the game, I mean, it's.
But it's not giving away an out if you get it to the third baseman.
They don't show it. It's inside for ball 1. And I think right now it's kind of the John McClure thing. I'm not swinging until I see strikes.
Yeah.
Cam's walked the last batter. You got to try to find a zone here. Here's the pitch. That one does. Up above the waist for a called strike. 1-1.
I think this guy calls him a little bit higher than he does in the low part of the zone. I've liked it all night, though.
Hester's been aggressive at second base. Yowell's trying to defend over there. There's a big hole. Ground ball. This is going to be Reitner having to field it. There's nobody at third. He goes to first. He'll get the out there.
Snow cone catch by Bryce DePriest, too. The thing is here's the thing. Knox had to charge. The third baseman had to charge. And so there wasn't a play at third because Yowell can't get over there on one ACL. And so Cam looks over there and turns and throws a bullet to DePriest, and DePriest reaches out. And there now you got a runner at second and third. If you're Ray Frost, you got to keep that ball in front of you. You got to do whatever you can.
Well, it wasn't a bunt, but it was the same as a bunt. Move the runners over. There's 2 outs. Diego Lozano up now. Lozano's popped out, reached on a fielder's choice, walked and scored a run. And you're right about Rafe. This is a place where in the last inning, the 6th, 1 run scored on a wild pitch, 1 on a pass ball. That can't happen here.
Here's what I don't like, and Rafe's done it all year, and he knows more about it than I do, but I don't like this new school of catcher. I like staying on both feet where you can go down and block it instead of the leg out, but he knows better than I do.
This one hit hard to right. This is going to be trouble. It'll bounce to the wall. 1 run score. Second one coming. And it's a 2-run double from Lozano.
2-run double off the wall. Man, what a cut by him. That puts them up 8 to 6. Woo! It's that old momentum and that old seesaw that we're talking about.
Crazy. 2 hard-hit balls. Both the double off Cross's bat and the one off Lozano's just were banged over the head of the outfielders. So here's Chris Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2 with a walk and pitches up high again. So as we said, the Tigers will come up with Kreiner, DePriest, and Carson 5, 6, and 7 for their half of the 7th, and they're going to be down at least 2. And now it's 2 balls and no strikes. Don't see anybody warming up for Texas High. This is what you got. It's Cam's show. Here's the 2-0. Ball 3. Reitner, who hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 6th to tie this thing back up again. Mount Pleasant didn't hit any grand slams, but not back-to-back, but 2 big doubles. There's the 3-0 take all the way, 3-1. 2 big doubles by the Mount Pleasant hitters have taken the lead back again. And still Texas High has not led in this game. This one's popped to center. Couple steps over for Carson, and that will end the inning. But Mount Pleasant gets them back. 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and a man left on base. Bottom of the 7th. Tigers down to the last 3 outs. We'll do that when we come back. You're on Game Day.
Sorry you're under the weather, Susie. Here are those loan docs.
Thanks, James. I'm so glad we didn't have to delay this closing.
Tissue.
Thanks.
Secure and safe loan closings, or take care of just about any banking task. Experience the credit union difference. Anytime, anywhere. With RRCU's digital banking. Do you RRCU?
Welcome back. All right, Tiger fans. Here we go. It's going to be Caden Kreiner, Bryce DePriest, Dion Carson. You need 2. 3 gets you out of here with a win.
Now, I'll take 3.
Now, here's the thing. it ain't time for hero ball now either.
That's right.
The objective now is I got to get on base. I got to get on base. That's what you got to be thinking.
Right.
I'm not trying to hit a double, not trying to hit a home run. I'm just trying to get on first base. Get that tying run to the plate.
Cardiac kids.
Yep. Here they go. Bennett Wall came in the 6th. He gave up the home run. Now he's got a chance to try to get the win. A few minutes ago, it looked like he was the GOAT. First pitch, called strike. Kreiner 0 for 3 with 3 Ks today.
See a couple of former Tigers down there, Ben DePriest and Trey Lavender.
Of course, Kreiner's at-bats had come against the starter, Cortland Stovall. This is his first look at Bennett Wall.
Quickly 0-2.
Yeah, I think for him, it's anybody different than Stovall's got to be good. 0-2 the count. DePriest on deck. Tigers have to have 2 runs. This one, pop foul, boy, got a
he wants
hanger.
That one back because that catcher wanted that off the plate and nowhere near the bat, and Kreiner almost made him pay for that one.
Yeah, it's not a great pitch. He put it a little fat and hung up there, and Kreiner just got a little bit underneath it. 0-2 the count. Outfield deep and left.
Yeah.
Ball 1.
Catcher got further out there, and the pitcher said, yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm not going to make that same mistake again.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That's
2-2.
It's a good pitch right there, too.
And those are the pitches that are aimed at getting him to go fishing.
That's right, and it was a good one because I'm fishing on that one, but it was a couple of balls off the plate.
2-2. Now you got to throw one over.
It's gonna be a curveball. Yep, it's up.
Stayed up top.
All right, he's worked his way back, boy. If you could get the leadoff runner on right here, that's huge for the Tigers. Keep your head in there, Kreiner. Do a job right here, babe.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a fastball. Go down the middle.
I think that's where you kind of convince yourself I'm getting ball 4.
You just got to be geared up to swing at anything close right there, and that ball was a good pitch.
If you're looking for A and you get B, it'll freeze you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, I think. All right, here's DePriest. Now, Bryce, 1 for 3. Singled in the 4th. Struck out looking the other, well, once looking, once swinging the other 2 times. Strike 1. Bottom part of the order is going to have to do a little work here. one hit well. Center fielder going back. It'll be the right fielder who'll call him off. And there's out number 2. He got just a little bit under it. He hit it well.
Just under it. That pitcher made a mistake, too, because the catcher wanted it outside. And he left it across the fastball across the outside part of the plate, and Bryce DePriest almost made him pay right there.
And don't think the catcher's not coming out having that conversation right now. That's what they're talking about right now. You are missing throw it to the glove.
Yeah.
You're lucky we hit it to the deep part of the park that time. But here we go. Tigers down to their final out of the season. Dion Carson, who has been on all 3 times tonight. Single walk, and a run scored.
Come on, Prime.
First pitch.
Took a hack at it.
Yep. Get on any way you can right here. Pitch inside, you stay there and lean into it. No balls, 1 strike. One and
Good
one.
job right there. You know, you can get so geared up that you want to swing at anything, and you can take a bad cut at something like that. But Carson's played a lot of baseball in his life, and he's going to make him throw it across the plate.
Yeah, you're getting no 2 hole. Pitcher's got a huge advantage on you. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bennett Wall.
Good.
That one is a strike.
Was that a called strike, or you think that was a swing?
I think both.
Okay. Okay.
I think it was there, and I think he swung. All right, Texas High down to their final strike of 2025. Dion, get on. Pitch way, way up high.
He's trying to break that one down from 8 feet up there.
That's the Bull Durham pitch.
Yeah, that one almost hit us.
I got you, Billy.
All right, fair enough.
I got you. I'm trying to protect you for the wedding.
Stay in there. Stay in there. Find a way on.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul ball, and he caught it, and that's it. And that's how it's going to end. The Tigers' season comes to an end here in Atlanta. They fought back from 1-0, 2-1, 6-2, and end up falling 8-6 to Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant Tigers going to go 11-6 in district play. Texas High 10-7, and Mount Pleasant will advance to play Melissa this weekend in the bi-district round of the playoffs. And tell you what, a year that was marked with injuries from the get-go. Rafe Ross was hurt. Jacob Yowell got hurt early. They didn't have Worth McMillan for the season. And yet the Tigers got themselves on not only the final day, but an extra day of the season to have a chance to advance into the postseason. And, well, they never gave up in this.
Up. Not on the season and not in this game. And, you know, like you said, Chuck, injuries throughout the whole team. There's almost more guys out there that have a brace on them than not. And they played a really, really good job, done a really, really good job all year. And I'm very proud of them. And I know Texas High and TISD is super proud of them, too.
I know we had senior day already, but we'd be remiss if we didn't at least acknowledge the contributions the last few years of guys like Jacob Yowell, Austin Treadway, Chandler Williamson, who's home listening or watching, Hayden Phelps, Zane Givens, Rafe Ross, Knox Pilgreen, Dion Carson, Steve McMillan, Jacob High, and Bryce DePriest.
Yep, Caleb Tucker's a manager for him. Yep. He's also a senior.
Yep.
Just a really good job by those seniors. They've carried this team all year long, and the cupboard's not bare. You got a lot of seniors leaving, but the cupboard's not bare, and they've got some really, really good ones, talented ones coming up for sure.
Yep, big night on Jacob Yowell's last game playing baseball at Texas High. He has a good game, gets on base 3 times today, trying to leg it out with an ACL that's gone.
No doubt.
And is playing baseball out here at shortstop, trying to give his team a chance to advance into the playoffs. And Cam Reitner with the big grand slam. Unfortunately, though, the year comes to an end.
That's right.
And I appreciate you letting me join you for a game.
Absolutely, man. I'll work alongside you any day, Chuck.
All right,
for sure.
We'll remember that on Wednesday.
Especially Wednesday.
All right, well, for Zach Doty, for Billy Lavender, I'm Chuck Zach. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You've been watching Texas High Baseball here on Texarkana Game Day. So long, everybody.
Go Tigers.